Hello world, welcome, 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 or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Saturday, November 16, 2019.
Oh, wow.
And I say we because I got Nia Marie here on the line also.
Hello.
Can you guys hear us okay? Everything good? Let me turn this music down. I see my people, Team Truth. Nikki Six, baby, keep R. Kelly down. Welcome. Thank you for taking a reprieve from Twitter for this live. Maybe you're doing double. Hats off to you. Angela, what's going on? Tahira Parks. Team Truth. Y'all all up in the building. J-Man, what's going on?
Hello. I've got fans too, Goddess. I've got fans too
I
now.
see. I heard that.
Yes, we do. I had a little shout out, but yes, we are a force
To be reckoned
to
with.
be reckoned with. Yes, ma'am.
YouTube channel on your social media platforms.
There she is. Third eye.
I'm just reading the comments, giving a few minutes for a couple people because I know I got a lot of calls and messages today. We got some things to talk about, quite a few things to talk about. It's like things probably happening right here in this moment, honestly. What I really need is like a watchdog for social media while we're on live so that person can like give us the heads up on the new event of the day. It's just ongoing. Zoe Kelly! Shout out to you. Shout out to you. The Mocha Duchess in the building. All right, y'all. I don't like super long intros. I watch lives also, and I sometimes not in a position to hit fast forward. So I'm like, sometimes I get annoyed, but it's all good because this is all love. So whatever to them, right? We got to keep R. Kelly down, bringing smoke. Well, she's asking for smoke, telling them that we want the smoke. Is that what we want? Do we want the smoke? Because this is Beehive smoke. Is that what we're talking about? Is that what's happening? I'm going to ring them for you. Ask and you shall fucking receive. It's Saturday night, y'all. Who's sipping on what? What's going on? We partying tonight? Yo. Where's Miss Kim? I missed her intro. Oh, there you are, baby. Okay, now I can start. I am missing my yada data, but it's cool. So, wow. I'm trying to just think of where I'm even going to start. I think I'm just making sure I'm in these comments, making sure I'm not missing none before I get started. She got her wine, Nikki Six. Ciroc. Okay. What flavor is Ciroc, Tahira? Peach is always my go-to, but I don't drink it that much. Not that much. Ice water. All right, Angela. Be that rep. Be sober tonight.
Yeah, she's staying hydrated.
Yes, she's staying hydrated. Miss Kim, I'm with you. Vodka and lemonade. I like the cranberry. I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm being responsible. But start with K. Michelle. We can do that. We can do that. I like, Keep R. Kelly down is one who will never let you guess. Never disappoint either. But she ain't never gonna let you guess. She gonna let you know what she want. Right then. Okay.
She wants 100 viewers, and she wants, number one, she wants to keep R. Kelly down. She wants 100 viewers, and she wants to talk about K. Michelle.
We need to get a Twitter thing happening or something. Mertice got her Sheila shots popping. I heard that. Oh, Peach, yes. Tahira, yes, my girl. What's happening, Sam?
Sam is here. And let me tell you, Sam does want to smoke.
Sam is the gatekeeper, okay? I told y'all last week. She made that phone call like a boss. Like, look, bitch, you in on this shit? What's happening? We got the same vibes. We on the same mission. We in the same gang. Yeah. Now we all got the same people, it looks like. But it's all good. It's all love. It's all love.
Yes.
So yeah, she said start with K Michelle. Is that what we were talking about? Oh, go ahead, Nia. Go ahead, Nia. Whatever you were gonna say, because I want to start a different way. But if this is pertaining, is that pertaining to K Michelle or otherwise?
Yeah, I was gonna go right on.
Okay, not yet. Okay, no, we're gonna get there in a second. Go ahead. I'm ringing bells. Keep it.
K Michelle. So
no, not with K Michelle. Not yet. Hold off on K Michelle. But I'm ringing bells because I'm looking at the chat. I'm ringing the bells. Okay. Yes. This is for Team Truth. This is for Angelo Clary. This is for Alice Clary. This is for Michelle Kramer. This is for Lizette Martinez. This is for just everybody who visibly has been put out there on Front Street, really, because of this situation, and whose lives have been impacted because of someone else's, like, not to say it's 100%, but I'm just saying, yeah, kinda, like, as an adult in the situation, when we all know the story. Hold on, let me refresh my little chat. I'm all the way behind here. All right, y'all. So it looks like Twitter is popping. My notifications were rang-a-dang-danging when I was on the phone. and then one of my warriors called right after, and I had to talk somebody off the ledge. If I ain't see her in here yet, so I don't know. Hopefully she'll join us. But yeah, all that was happening before this live today. Hold on, I gotta get this dang on music together here. Okay, so look, I put it out there last live that I'm looking for warriors to help others. Okay, I'm not going to get into specifics, but from that call of action, I have about a handful of angels, aka goddess warriors, and I'm looking for a handful more. And I know, people, I know you're listening. If you feel this message, hit me up. And I just want to say, too, that this is not, I've had some questions about it, like, well, will I have to actually, be out there, like, dealing with people? It's not like a face-to-face situation. This is more like just, you'll have the resources and tools that you'll need to be able to carry out the actions that are necessary to help other, specifically young Black and brown girls and women, but also little boys, also just children in general, just anybody, survivors. So, like I said, couple y'all, I know you're there, your hearts are there, so hit me up either on Twitter, IG, my DMs. Let me know. All you got to say in that message is I'm in, and once I get that, I'll follow through with more information, and we can just go from there. There's no money involved. I'm not scamming nobody. There is no nothing required of you but your heart and maybe a little bit of your time, a little bit of your time per week. Something that you could definitely handle, though.
Hey, Goddess,
yes.
I'm in.
Okay. I already had you counted. But
right.
thank you for that official I'm in, though. My first official I am. Let me ring the bell on that.
Are you in?
Yeah, who's
Mocha,
in this motherfucker?
What, you want to go through this now? Angela, Miss Kim? Are you in? Tyra? Are you in? Nikki? Are you in? We get through this.
Yes.
Yes. Amen. Are you taking this? Let's see here.
No, I'm not. But the chat will be there. It's documented. Lola.
Loca's in.
Yes.
Tiffany Morris.
Hi, Tiffany.
You're in.
She doesn't know yet. Yes. Hi, Ree. That's so funny. Yes, Nikki. Yes. Thank you guys so much. This is just so, this is food for the soul, for real. Like, we're going to take over the world, just helping, and just getting back everything that those are seeds, you know what I mean? Hi, Wayne.
It's reaping season.
It's reaping season. Sam.
Plant.
Yes, Sam. Okay, Keep, we got to count. Okay, and our likes are like half as many. So as soon as you announce how many viewers, the people feel like they can see you and they jump out. They jump from the bushes back onto the boulevard. So, which is fine. So I'm getting more ins. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go through this chat and be hitting y'all up now. Don't play with me. Yes, Yolanda. Hope all is well. Unapologetically, I always get that wrong. I'm gonna have to give you a nickname. Yes. Yes, you guys.
Unapologetically.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. And my Jody is here. Yes. Now I feel kind of complete. I still need Yada Dada. Anybody see Yada Dada? Let me know. Okay.
Yada Dada. We need Diva.
Yes.
There's a few missing people, but
it's all good. I feel Divas. I didn't text her like I should have, so shame on me for that. But so now that we got that out the way, thank you guys. I might run through that again before we leave. So I don't know, has anybody seen Dolomite with Eddie Murphy? I was watching that movie today, and it has like a huge message about transformation, about believing in yourself and making life happen based on that strong belief. Grown man show. Who knows? He's probably on his channel. What was that, Nia?
Did that go to Netflix or did that go out to theater?
It's actually both concurrently, interestingly enough.
They do that now?
Yeah. And I watched it on Netflix, so, and I'm still watching it. It's actually on, it's on pause. Yeah, it's on pause right now, but it's one of those that, you know, you want to pay attention to. So I'm at the 44-minute mark. When we're done here, I'll finish it up.
Is Omari Hardwick in there? Does he play?
Not yet. You know, T.I. has a part where I didn't even recognize him because that wig and that beard was glued on so tight. I couldn't even, I was like, is that T.I.? Oh, bastard. Yeah. Lucky it was just a small part.
T.I. is no Omari Hardwick.
Thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you if I didn't say so. I'm just seeing that. She's in.
We got Mike in here. Hello, Mike.
Nice up. What's happening? Oh, you know who else? Lil Red is not here, but that's all. You know, I'm just recognizing people like, yes, my family. Yes. All right. So I bring up the movie Dolomite because I feel like you should see it. Like, honestly, it's, you know, we love, well, me. I still have an affinity for Eddie Murphy from the old days. And, you know, I just feel like it's all black love. The co-stars in the movie, Mike Epps and them. I mean, it's a hilarious, it's just a really good movie, but it has a message. That's what I love. And the message, you know, he strives more. Nobody can tell him no. Nobody can tell him, reject him for just saying he's irrelevant. Nothing stops this guy. And he makes it. But then there's things that happen. So all that being said, in life, I just wanted to get on my soapbox before we get into the good. But this is the real good, though, right here. Like the people who really need this, y'all are right here. So, so yeah, I've come to grip with a couple of things. One of them being, no matter how you slice the truth, some people just don't like the taste of it. They can't swallow it. Being, you know, sort of allergic in the, you know, I don't know, a cosmic reaction even.
That's me being allergic to the truth.
Yeah, these niggas don't get it.
They ain't ready.
So perspective, you know, it's dependent on your location. And when I say location, I mean your vibrational location. I mean your spiritual location, where you at. Your level. Your what now? What was that, Nia?
I want to give you some bells in the chat.
Oh.
I like how you said that.
Yes.
Your spiritual location, your vibration location.
Yes. Where is that compass pointing to when you come into the room? What type of energy are you bringing into the building? That's the question. And you can tell exactly that by looking at your life and looking at the things, the people, the places, the circumstances you're dealing with currently. Period. It's you. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but look, it's all about, you know, like I said, your vibration, where you at, your self-worth, your level of self-worth is all a big part of that also. But enough on that. The victory is in the now, the right this moment now. And that is the present moment. And it's a present, it's a gift. And that's where you'll find the essence of life. The breaths that you take, the freedom that you have to think what you want, to say what you want, to laugh if you want, to do whatever. That's the beauty that, we create life. That the life that we choose, we create it. It comes from us. It comes from the energy and the vibes, the vibration level, how much we're resonating with things around us. And that is all driven by being guided by spirit, typically. So, you got to just choose what you deserve. And that shows up in life. There's a lot of people out here they're living strictly on the surface, not tapping in at all. You might be one of them, and that's okay, because there's a thing called evolution that our souls go through. And there's work to be had in order to get to the next level. Okay? So just know when you're living on the surface, and that's going through the motions, really. Living totally externally, never tapping into the spirit, even praying can be external if you're not really genuinely praying. When I say praying, that doesn't mean like getting on your knees and asking for this or that. It's really being grateful. It's really just praising, there's a lot of names. I don't want to offend people, but I'll just say the Almighty for the life that you have here, for everything that's good, or everything that's not, all the lessons. If you're not doing that, if you're just praying and like, oh, I just really want this or really want, that's not really, tapping in. You want to tap into spirit. So, and not living on the surface is also just dealing with people and circumstances that aren't worth your time or your energy, for like the majority. Just some examples. If you're living most of your life doing those things, that means you're not really in, because when you're tapped in like that, those type of things kind of fall away. You know what I'm saying? So, living strictly on the surface is going to delay your evolution, and that might take lifetimes. It prevents your soul's ascension. Your soul has to elevate in order to have a different life, and that can happen tomorrow. It's all a moment-to-moment thing, honestly. So it just all depends. And I'm going to give you one little thing. There's a thing called, let's see, I guess for the advanced people you probably know, but the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are the soul's agreements that have been made and the commitments that are made throughout lifetimes. And these are the things that keep you binded and generationally cursed, as some people like to say, or things that are repetitive in your life that you don't really understand why. So it's like a coil. It's like a spinning coil, if you will, like a cipher, kind of like a smaller at the bottom, bigger at the top, and it's swirling. So you have like 3 of those. And one is the earth realm, the other is the quantum, and then the other level is in between, is like the spiritual in between. So that's what actually creates stuff. So your thoughts, your emotions, all that goes into those coils and swirls around, and they create your actual life. So with that, you want to make sure you're putting in the right ingredients. You want to make sure the right things are coming out of that motion, because it's never ending. It's a continuous cycle of energy. Okay? So, what else?
Okay, so are you talking about that I stole the chicken finger again? Because listen, I heard you say ingredient, and you're like piling on all of this guilt.
It's not necessarily, it should be not guilt, but maybe a map for you to actually go and follow the people, places, and things that you feel like may not have been the best or most positive things, and go back and just look at the situation and take your own accountability from that. Make peace with it, make your spiritual apologies, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Once you do that, it falls away. Come to terms with it.
I'm forgiven. Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
Exactly. Come to terms with it. See your part in it.
I took the chicken finger. Yeah.
Do I see Ms. Lizette Martinez in the building? Okay.
Too.
Naomi, ooh.
Very kind.
Oh, do we have a Kelly Rogers in the chat?
Oh, we are having a whole moment.
Wow, I'm feeling real special tonight. So I'm almost done, y'all. Let me just get through this little soapbox rant right here because I'm compelled here. I'm compelled. When I have to follow that. Somebody has to hear this. Again, if you're living on the surface, not tapping in, you're gonna stay in the bullshit. You're gonna continue to be tied to people, things, and circumstances that are toxic and ill-intending. All right, just a heads up. That's just letting you know. You got to be aware of what's happening. Everything is energy. All caps and bells. Everything is energy. What you think, what you feel, what you speak, what you do. It all starts with self. And when I say all self, I mean your inner self, the spirit, the part of you that is connected to the divine. To be aware is the first step to evolution. Next, you learn how to tap in and listen. And when you can hear, the guidance is going to lead you where you need to be and who you need to be with. From that space, from being in that space. You sit quietly and you listen. Next is the gratitude. Be grateful. Remember, if you can't think of what to pray about, just be very grateful. Express gratitude as a form of prayer instead of asking, like I said. Yeah. Just express gratitude for knowing what you have and be honored by that. And if you're destined to have this or that, then it will happen. Being grateful comes from belief. It comes from faith. It comes from, I know the spirit is real. That's that place. And it'll manifest from there too. It's spiritual science. It's actually a science. It's not just some fluff out of the sky. So if you think that though, you keep doing you, boo. Yeah, not Nia. She playing about these chicken fingers, but she knows what's up. She knows what's up. We can't let the kitties get misled. But
a little sprinkles of comedy in there.
Of course. But evolve, my warriors. Evolve, my truthers, my team truth. My cousins, team truth.
I can't.
And that's something that Sylvester never did. Just to bring it right back around to the topic at hand. It's been his choice all along. Do you get it? You know what I'm saying? Create your existence. Don't let it create you. Okay?
Hello?
Yeah, because if it's fear-based, you're going to experience those fears in some level. If you putting out a lot of fear every day, all day, you're going to somehow bring back, maybe not that exact fear, but you're going to bring back some things that are not pleasant. So you got to flip those thoughts into something, what is the outcome that you actually want? Like, oh God, I'm so afraid this might happen. But what would be ideal for you? That's where you flip the thought. I would really like to see this. Okay? And you use your imagination. Imagination is one of God's biggest gifts, honestly. That is what it is. Woo! Child, let me sip on this rosé.
I tell you what, that was a word and a bird. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. So, remember though, let me just, this last point, just where you reap what you sow, okay? Watch the seeds that you plant and make sure you're watering those seeds. Yeah. Water them with love and faith and work. And you'll make it happen. But yeah, like I said, Robert Sylvester Kelly, he is a living example, a living, breathing example of some that we have a lot that of this message, honestly, of the fact of what you don't want to do. Okay. I bet you he's still denying. He's still denying. Yeah, don't do that. He's probably still denying everything. I didn't do it. They lying. Lying. You know, no, goodness, it's on tape, nigga. But so yeah, we have, like I said, we have more to get into. So I'm done off my soapbox. Thank y'all. So I want to start with we want to start with K. Michelle, right?
Yes, Oh, definitely K Michelle.
Wait, let's stop. Wait, pause. I'm so sorry. Are we going to have Mocha call in on this yet? Or are we going to have her call in on this at all? I just want to keep
yes, she can call in now. Twin Wifey, please call in.
Okay, there we go.
Will the real Mocha Duchess please stand up?
And by stand up, we mean ring this line, child.
Yes.
Okay, so you can get started on what you want to get started with.
So with K Michelle, and I'll just jump right into my own experience with K Michelle as far as, what I know. So I only knew her as a singer. So I'm thinking, oh, she's an amazing singer. I was really impressed by her vocal range and the fullness of her voice.
Hold, please. The phone is ringing. Hold on.
Again with the holding.
Hello. I think you're live.
The real Mocha Duchess standing up.
Hello. The real Mocha Duchess, please stand up.
That's right. She's here. Hi, guys.
Yes.
What up? Okay, Nia, go ahead. We're talking K Michelle.
K Michelle on the screen, and just like I said, I only knew her. I've only known her as a singer. I didn't know her affiliation to that. Donna Wright is triggering to some of our people, so I'm not quite sure. But anyways, so she's a great singer. Then I find out, years later, she's in reality TV. She, clapping back at people for, all sorts of things. And here we are now. She has said quite a few things. At the end of it, at the end of the 24-hour cycle, I really think that she is kind of a Treya in this, in the sense that she's very concerned about her image. She knows a lot, but doesn't want to tell everything, but she will give you little hints, little snippets. So, let me back up to an article that, in a BET article from 2017, she said, "It's my obligation as a woman to tell the truth." Now, she may have been speaking about a previous relationship, and Milka and I were talking about this earlier. I think she had a relationship where she experienced quite a bit of abuse, and she was not believed. And that is really the sticking point. She was not believed. So then fast forward a bit, there's a song that she had called "Build a Man." And she said, in the song, there is a lyric. "There was Kells, he adored me, loved to hear me sing, but control me." So there we go. There's a clue.
Wait, say that one more time.
So there was Kells, he adored me, loved to hear me sing, but control me. So by the time she would have been around him, she was over the age, of consent, well over. So the sex crime of that component was probably lessened, but just abuse was still on the table, and that's up for grabs. And he's all about that life. So I'm certain, he did that. But she's very adamant in saying that he saved her from an abusive relationship. Well, I see it as more like he saw a girl that was vulnerable and he took her so he could eventually control and abuse her in the same manner. And I don't think she is, in her evolution, far along enough to see it that same way. So he did not save her in as much as he displaced her, or he decided that he's going to, nah, fam, let me, I'm going to do that. So there's that. But, she has said a lot of different things. I think she's, of course she knows everything, but I think that she doesn't want the backlash.
Right. I think Ty got it right on. I think Ty has it right on the head here. Why is she afraid to mess up her career? Which, in my opinion, it's a struggling career, but we do know her name. We know who she is. And part of that for me is Love and Hip Hop. But the fact that I wonder if she would have that same energy if she were an Azriel, somebody who never put out any real professional, on that level that she's doing now or above. How would she still feel the same way as her mentor? She said, right? Wasn't that her thing that she said?
That was her word. Mentor.
Yeah, why would she, who in this day and age is name dropping R. Kelly? A crazy person.
Right.
In the middle of your concert.
That is your mentor.
But I think that comes from that broken place where you see things that are really low like that and you think they're the highest thing you're ever going to get.
So bizarre. I mean, I honestly think that she did go through her own situation, and she talked about that on Love and Hip Hop, and I know that she was scarred by that because she felt like she didn't get support, she was called a liar, but to me, I would think that since she's been through that herself, that she would understand what Azriel is going through, what Faith is going through, what Lizette is going through, what all of the victims are going through of R. Kelly, and instead, I think she knows very well what they're going through, but she refuses to speak on it.
Well, yeah.
And she said something on Hollywood Unlocked. She did an interview with Jason Lee, and she talked more about it there than she ever has. And in that interview, she said, if I say something, if I come out, then everyone's going to go to jail. If I start talking, everyone's going to go to jail. And
she said that on the interview on the Hollywood Unlocked? Oh.
She did. She said that exact thing, that if I come out and start talking, then everyone will go to jail. And the other side, the supporters, they took that to mean, because several of them have discussed it, and they've said, even K. Michelle said it, if she starts talking, everyone's going to jail. They took that to mean like, Angelo and, all those people are going to go to jail, but not R. Kelly. And I'm like, no. What K. Michelle meant there is that she knows what he's doing. And yes, there may be other enablers that are guilty as well, which we all acknowledge that, but he's also guilty. But she refuses to speak on that. And I would think that since she can understand what these victims are going through, because she's been through it herself, why would she not come forward and provide information to the federal government?
Look, this goes back to what I'm sorry, you guys. This goes back to what I was talking about. And Lizette actually said it in caps. I saw that. She doesn't want to upset anybody. So there's a lot of people behind the career of Robert Sylvester Kelly, as Levi talked about. Remember, I was going to bring this up. I don't know if I'm going to dissect that today because I wasn't as prepared. But Levi Fo Kelly, his cousin, said himself, this is I don't know how many dollars he said, but he said basically.
Oh, it's a multi-million dollar.
Multi.
I have the clip for you.
Oh, you have the clip?
I texted all the clips to you.
You did? Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I was on the phone, girl. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of was busy. But do you have another media you could play it audio-wise?
I do.
Yeah, let's.
Will it sound okay from my end?
It should. Let's try it.
Okay.
I'm all about it.
You want the clip of Levi, right?
Yeah, where he's talking about how big of an industry and yeah.
Yep. Let me pull it up right now. Got it right here.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. No, it's coming. I had the mute button on.
That my cousin
I'm going to restart it real quick. Hold on.
is, without a doubt.
Okay, coming through clear.
It is coming through?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Kids take me back to your live. Like, no, I need to go over here, please.
There's a lot of money at stake here. A lot of money. And I can tell you all this emphatically, that those who are at the head of this conspiracy, they have always seen me as their greatest threat. When I revisit these old videos, you have to understand that I've done over 150 of them. And it's been a journey. And I've learned so much on this walk. But the most important thing that I've learned is that I have been walking amongst some dangerous ass people.
Yeah, you.
When you talk about conspirators, When you talk about hundreds of millions and eventually over $1 billion being on the table at risk, you then begin to understand that even though you may take it lightly, those who are really major players in this, they don't.
All right, that's it.
Okay, so there's so much in there. Because to me, he said conspiracy initially, but to me, he made it sound like this is real. And these people you don't want to mess with. And he basically built a whole narrative. I hate to say that word because it's so overplayed. But narrative around the fact that there are strings being pulled. There's people behind a lot of this stuff. This big empire, this situation. Later, I was going to talk about all the sex trafficking and stuff that's going on. But like... Oh,
sorry, I went back to your live and it wasn't. I had my volume up all the way. So.
All good. But yeah, so what do you think? I mean, I was bringing up a point now. I forgot. But anyway, a lot of money involved.
Okay, so let me hop back. So there are a few things out of that Hollywood Unlocked interview that she said, some quotes that I kind of took away. And one is, there's a few that I'm going to read. The first one is, I tried to do the face for you bitches, but you called me a liar. So I think she was speaking of her previous abuse. And another one is, I'm always fighting for my life. Another one is, I own too much. I'm always the villain at the end. And to me, that really speaks to someone that is very tormented and kind of feels trapped. I hate that I said that, but, kind of feels, I envision someone that's kind of like in this closed, like sunken floor, just really feeling that way. And then she also said, just the last two is, that I really thought was like, oh, this is crazy, okay. She says, I have reached out to those families. You don't know what I do for those girls. So I got the impression that there may be some things going on behind the scenes. And to go back to what I think you or Mocha said earlier, it's like she doesn't want to piss anybody off. Well, I think it's more than that. I think that she doesn't want to piss powerful men off. Because she doesn't mind pissing black women off.
Right.
She'll do that all day and twice on fucking Sunday. She doesn't want to piss the wrong people off.
Right.
I think she's terrified.
Well, she's pissed off a lot of people in her career. I mean, and that's why she struggles, because she's had many fights with different music executives and things like that. So she's definitely done her fair share of pissing people off earlier on in her career, and so she decided to clean up her act and persona a bit. And after that, I think she started to play nicer with some of these people. But the thing is that at what point do you start crossing the line of, I feel like your own moral values, like that moral compass, where does that come back in,
Well, and I think she decided, so where she is right now is she's, getting, how do you say, like unmodification. She's getting surgeries to reduce the size of her butt. She's, doing things like that, trying to get healthier. She's got a and I think she was saying that for a long time she couldn't walk.
Yeah.
She had a lot of pain. So she has a surrogate to be able to have a baby. I think she's in a space where she's trying to kind of detox in certain ways.
Well, she needs to detox that truth on Sylvester.
Okay?
That's the detox she needs to be doing.
She's probably seeing it like, the last thing I want is a court case or trouble with these execs.
Yeah.
Or the tea hive on my ass. She's got a baby coming, but I tell you what, or maybe twins, I'm not quite sure, but I get the impression that it's a girl. And I feel that she's kind of another Drea. Give it a little time, and she's going to tell it all. And I mean all of it. I agree with that. She's still going to get the heat.
A little,
she's just delaying it.
A little time, as in when he gets time, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think
we're probably going to hear a whole bunch of people's stuff after that happens. Everybody's going to be like, "Well, let me tell you, I got a story to tell you." We're going to be like, "Look, where was your ass last year, nigga?"
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she could be in like she could be this other state. What was that, Nia?
What was that, Mocha?
We're a mess. We're a total mess, guys. No, I was saying that I think she's in like a space where she's bitter right now because of how it was handled whenever she came out and discussed her abuse. And I can understand her feeling bitter because she wasn't protected, and she did take a lot of heat back then whenever she was on Love and Hip Hop and stuff for that. So I get that because that person that abused her was also in the music industry and well known. So, and I know she struggled with that, and I know she feels bitter because of it. But I think that as she continues to grow as a person, and as she does detox and things like that, and get the negativity out of her life, I do think that eventually she will speak on it too. I think she'll come around.
Well,
but it's unfortunate that it's not right now.
I'm seeing in the chat that there's some mute K. Michelle's campaign happening. People have already. People said I've never really been a big, I wasn't someone who would just look for her music, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like a big deal. Not the same for Sylvester. I stopped checking for him a long time. Aaliyah, that whole thing just makes me so annoyed.
Right.
I used to love that.
Bothers me.
I can't even listen. I can't listen to the album, to hers, meaning her debut album. I used to rock that album when it first came out.
Me too.
Well, yeah, I was saying that too. Like, my mute game is so strong. Like, Aaliyah, I'm sorry, sweetie, you gotta go.
And it's so hard. That's so hard.
I keep hearing a 1, 2, check out the baby living your not doing it.
I can't. It's like age ain't nothing but a number. Like that bothers me because I know just the sickness behind it. But the part that I feel like I can't just completely mute her because I feel like she's not to blame. Like, she was a child.
Yeah.
She was manipulated.
Some things are
protect her.
That particular album though is so heavy him and the lyrics. But after that, when she's with Timbaland and Missy, we good. But yeah. It's just.
But I mean, so even on the album cover, he's lurking in the background.
Yeah, he is.
That he is. It's sickening. I don't know why.
Crazy ass.
Exactly. Why do you keep denying this? Well, yeah. Why would you even deny it? Like, it's so ridiculous that anyone could possibly say that was not a legitimate relationship. Like, come on.
I'm so mad right now.
Well, matter of fact, I mean, we do have, someone in his inner circle that spoke on it.
Oh, right.
Video that.
Oh.
Do we have that queued up?
Perfect timing.
Right. I have it on Twitter if I need to pull it up. Do we want to hear that?
Kick that.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. So, all the talk about Aaliyah is...
I still do.
Yeah, all the talk that you hear about her regarding the situation, you've got people on the other side who, let her rest in peace. She said it was a lie. She said they've never, but come on. Like, seriously, are we really, with all the other talk that, who I would love to hear from is Hankerson, the uncle, Barry Hankerson. He has all the info on that situation, as well as her mom, honestly. So Keep R. Kelly Down is saying there's a whole 1994 Vibe magazine article about R. Kelly's relationship with Aaliyah and young girls. Yeah, it's documented. I mean, it's...
I saw it.
So...
And that's the whole thing. So when this whole Surviving R. Kelly came out, people were like, I'm like, what are you talking about? He's a known offender.
Right.
Like,
they don't count that.
Manson, if he was alive, if he was, accused of murder, and people being like, nuh-uh, bitch, no. Like, why are we doubting this? This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
People are in denial. They're in denial. They don't want Aaliyah's, and for them, I don't think it's about Aaliyah. It's about R. Kelly for them.
No.
Because we are the ones, protecting her, in my opinion. If you don't know, I did a reading with Aaliyah. If you go back into my archives, there's an awesome reading with Aaliyah, actually. I actually think that magazine, no, that wasn't it. That was an interview. I pulled out I have magazine classics. She's one of them on the cover, and it was right before she passed, actually. It was an interview, and she talked about the end of that message from her is be true to yourself in your life as authentic as possible. Like, that was her thing. Like, just do you. Don't let anybody else, make you, control you. And I think a lot of that might have come from her dealings with him, having experienced that type of control at such an early age. especially in that business too. Like, I'm sure she wanted to express herself, and having to deal with that on top of everything else, all the other pressures, made her, really, really a staunch supporter of being you and living your truth and not letting anyone else do that for you. So I have this clip of Dana J talking about what he mentioned, Aaliyah, but let me make sure the volume's up.
I wonder what he said. It must be intelligent.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, can y'all prove that he slept with?
Hold on. Let me rewind this.
I had somebody come and tell me, "Oh, Dana, how can you defend a pedophile?" I'm gonna ask this question. Outside of the mishap that happened with Aaliyah, can y'all prove that he slept with anybody that was underage?
He called it a mishap. Yeah, I agree. Keep R. Kelly. Fuck Dana J. We're just making a point here that this is what is going on that side of the fence. The people are double talking, saying things, outing him. Not even Don Russell. There's an interview. I used to have it on my phone, but he came out earlier this year and he said so much stuff that could have just gotten him locked up right then and there. But yeah, I gotta dig that one up. But yeah, so Dana as an example, and then we gotta throw Cubic in here. Cubic Zirconia. I know you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yes, and we got it. I hope it's not too. Cubic has had a rough couple of days, I think.
A rough day today?
A rough couple of days.
Oh, and because of what, the Tasha K thing about the sisters, or Hollywood, the Hex woman. The Hex woman. See, the Hex woman cursed her down. I didn't hear it, unfortunately. You guys heard it, right?
It was disgusting. Yeah, it was disgusting. I mean, it was typical for her.
It was racist.
Yeah, it was. And the thing I thought was odd, the whole thing that I thought was odd about it is just the manipulation that goes into things with her. I mean, she called Carolina and said to her, Dr. Rogers called her and said, they were having a phone conversation, and she lied to her about recording her first. I mean, Dr. Rogers flat out said, "Are you recording me?" And she said, no, I'm not recording you. I want this to be, a conversation, good conversation where we're just chatting. You don't have to worry about that. I don't do that on conversations like this. So she lied to her about recording her, and she recorded her anyways.
Oh.
And then, okay. And then she played that recording on her live while Dr. Rogers was in the chat, and Dr. Rogers was being respectful. Hollywood was mad because Dr. Rogers came on with the Kelly sisters and said that R. Kelly had requested that Dr. Rice, Sharon Winbushy, and Dana, they stop the fighting back and forth and everybody get along. He doesn't want anybody that's supporting him to fight in a negative way to reflect negatively on him, I guess. Something along those lines. So part of that was, or during that chat, Dr. Rogers was asked a question. Yeah.
Do we believe this is, so they're saying that this message is coming directly from Sylvester?
They said it came directly from Sylvester. They said they met with him. I don't know if it was over the phone, in person, I have no clue. But they said they met with him, and that was a direct message from him to put out to the supporters.
So if it came from Greenberg, they probably still would say it came directly from him, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just throwing hypotheticals out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's very possible. They acted like they were collecting the sweet messages to R. Kelly that were in that same chat that Dr. Rogers was doing. They collected the hearts and sweet messages, and they were printing them out to give to him the next time that they saw him next week. So I don't know. That's what they said. But in the chat, they were asked. So Hollywood had said she had a call with the lawyers, and that she was going to be able to get information directly from R. Kelly through that lawyer and put it out to the public. Is that accurate, that she's going to be speaking with the lawyers and putting out information on R. Kelly's behalf or whatever? Mm-hmm. And Dr. Rogers said, no, that's absolutely not true. That's not what was, that was never discussed. That's not true. So Hollywood was upset over that, I guess, and she's upset over the fact that Kelly sisters are even around, so that's why she went off. So she went off, and while she was going off, Dr. Rogers joined the chat, and then she went off on her directly while she was in the chat. She called her an ugly black-ass woman. And
What?
What's odd about it is she was going off about her complexion, saying that she was everything under the sun. I mean, she called her every name under the sun.
Yeah, she was like, go back onto your black-ass channel, you black-ass bitch.
What? Okay, look, let me use this moment to interject something, because she also mentioned the fact that she was called grease face, which I admit did come from me, but it has nothing to do with her actual complexion, which I think is actually beautiful. I think she has a really pretty brown, dark mocha, dark brown skin, but she has a beautiful complexion. It's just that she is greasy as fuck. Like, her face is like pouring out oil, like it's a gusher, which is great for aging. It's a great what is that? Fountain, the fountain of youth. Yeah, that's a fountain of youth built within your face. Like, she should sell it, actually. Bottle that shit up and sell Dr. Grease Face. It will keep you young forever, because at this point I'm thinking she's 80 years old and she just really looks fantastic because of the oil that's pouring through her face. But anyway, she ranted about that, which told me that she listened. Right, we take shots. Go ahead.
Shots and everything like that. But what Hollywood did, in my opinion, was way next level.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make it clear, though, that my thing was not about her complexion. Okay, I just wanted to clear that up.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone even would have gotten that impression. But Hollywood,
I know you did, Keith, but I called it that first. Come on now, you know you got that from me, girl. Come on. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah,
I mean, it was disgusting. Go ahead, Mia. It was just gross. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it.
But then she went into a prayer after that, let me guess.
No, hell no. She went ballistic the whole time.
Oh, she did?
The entire live was foul. It was awful. But in the recording that she was playing of her and Dr. Rogers on that live, she was telling Dr. Rogers, she started it off by saying, first off, I just want to tell you that you are just absolutely gorgeous. You have the most beautiful complexion. It's the same complexion as my mom. My mom was dark like that too, and it's so beautiful. And so again, it's like the lies, the manipulation, and the whole time she was pausing it, saying, "Look, y'all, look how I got her. See what I do, guys. See what I do. Y'all gonna learn from me. Yeah. I mean, it's just there's no words. It's so gross.
It's exhausting. I have had to remove myself. I think doctor's in the house, y'all.
Grown man.
I've had to remove myself somewhat. I mean, thankfully, I've been busy this week. So, honestly, it was a natural kind of organic pull apart. But it was really refreshing. And if you guys didn't catch my little 6-minute something live I did this week, a couple days ago, that was me being unplugged for the day and or for most of the day. And that's what we all have to do. At some point, you gotta take some time to just get away. Like, even if it's just putting your phone on do not disturb. I'm good for that. Nia be like, I'm trying to call you. But yeah, just, you got to do that for yourself. You got to. Because otherwise they're going to just get you. That's what they want to do.
Especially after you hear her. Yeah, especially after you hear someone like her spew those words.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
pure.
Time to step back.
It's demonic. It's demonic. Let's not pretend. She's coming from. She is a demon minion, demon spawn, and then her minions are the people in her chat, and they go ahead and talk about God and how she's so truthful. This, that. Now, the first time I've ever heard her spit any type of facts, if you want to put it that way, is when she finally got her hands on the indictment and the discovery, the Illinois indictment, I think it was, and the discovery list for New York, which it's been out since August, because it's been on record since August. It was submitted, I think, the 15th of August. I've had it in my little hot hands since at least September. I mean, at least, if not, whatever. It's a whole video on it, and I know Grown Man Show also has been dissecting the facts, fact after fact, even with extra stuff that he has in his back pockets. These people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. It's a waste of damn time. This whole debate situation with Levi, Like, first of all, when you win something, when does a winner ever go back and ask for a rematch? When? I don't think that happens. I think that when you win, you keep it moving. Now, when you lose and you look stupid, then you want to redeem yourself and you beg for a rematch. And I think that's what he's been doing. Give myself some damn bells.
I thought it was odd that, I mean, he was begging for the rematch, but I just think that it's so weird because he keeps saying that everyone knows that out of everyone, he is, out of all the bloggers on that side, that he is the one that puts out the facts. And I'm thinking, out of the videos that I've listened to, which I will admit I have to listen to them on, like, fast forward, like, to 2.0, I would say. Like, I have to go double fast with him because I can't take it. But I've never heard him put out one fact ever.
Right. And now he wants to talk facts, though. Can you play? Do you have the clip available, or do you know which ones are which, or the clips for Levi?
Well, the one that I played for you earlier about the money.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the one that I took of him, and then the rest that I sent to you were for Carolina.
Okay, we can do that then. Let's go to Carolina then. But I was going to say about Levi is that he bragged about having 150 videos, and he's just now getting to the quote-unquote facts. He's just now starting to talk about discovery and indictments after 150 videos. What the hell you been talking about, nigga? He's been
he claims they were all facts,
preaching.
Girl. He claims they were all facts.
Oh, he was begging for money. That's what he's been doing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of money, I had to take down some notes earlier as I was listening to a video he posted last night. And hold on, what do we have in the chat here?
I know, I was looking at that too. Liddy. What's up, Liddy Van Gogh?
Liddy, bye-bye. Your man's going to jail for the rest of his life.
We're wasting time and energy. But you're going to come over here and tell us that we're wasting time and energy and we're talking gossipy stuff? Well, I have a whole timeline of crimes if you want to hang out. We're just doing this in the beginning, just to kind of get things going. But feel free to hang out, boo. If you want some facts.
Pour up.
We hanging out. We with our people. If you not vibing, I suggest you move it on around, boo. Move around.
Don't like it, go. Get out. Take it over to Hollywood next and get your ass insulted.
Yeah, Hollywood Afterlife is what we're gonna call her now. Hollywood Last. Hollywood Yesterday.
Yeah, I like it really.
Take your pick. Hollywood Disaster. Hollywood Disaster. Oh, Hollywood After. Yeah, I just added life on there, like just kill her already. I'm sorry, just vibe wise.
You did not do that.
Vibes. That's what I'm talking about here. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, I agree. We're on board. I was going to say about Levi real quick. So I was listening to a video he posted last night, and I just wanted to put this out there. As I was listening to his video, and I was thinking about, he's talking about the money and how he's had 150 videos. He's never talked about a single fact. He puts out a lot of weird shit, and I never learned anything from his videos. So I've just found, like, the entire time that I've been watching him, I felt like it's always been about just money for him. Like, he's just interested in making some kind of money off of this.
Mm-hmm.
So while I was listening to his video yesterday, I happened to notice that within the first 9 minutes of the video, there were 5 ads, which is not normal. I mean, that's a lot of ads for the first 9 minutes of a video, much less for a video in general if it's a 20-minute video.
About nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, the whole video was about him having multiple women whenever he was younger, and how he played them. And yeah, it was how he was sneaking in and out of restaurants trying to get around them, and how one of them saw him at the restaurant with another one. I mean, it was a disaster. And he's talking about this, and he's fighting for his cousin. I mean, it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
It makes them all look like shit.
If anything, tell us the real stories, Levi. I know you got some real stories. We want the real stories. Forget about all that other bullshit you talking about.
A minute of my cousin. My cousin. I want you to hear me.
Well, the game is sold and not told.
You want to buy Viagra. Then on to, that was the ad.
Look, he's all fluff, dude. He has.
Say my cousin's going to think these charges.
He's all
That's
fluff.
so ridiculous.
All fluff.
Who
No.
does that?
No substance. Period. The end.
Yeah.
Sorry. You might be a great dad. You might speak well. You might, be a little entertaining even. But that doesn't make you intelligent. I find that word being thrown around so much, and I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. I'm absolutely flawed and stupid sometimes too, depending on what we're talking about. Because I think I called geometry last night geography, honestly, or whenever that last line was. But I'm just saying, like, you ain't it, boo. Like, he thinks he's so the man. Like, he even showed on his part 2 or whatever that thing was called a couple days ago. He showed a picture at the end of the part 2 of Sylvester. It looked like he was, in his, not his prime, but he wasn't looking toe down like he is today. And he was trying to basically say that our family, look how our family looks. And in the meantime, he would have been talking about our doctor and all that, because he basically is using that as his catalyst to a bigger audience. He's using Team Truth. He's using Angelo. He wants to do all these demands and challenges why? Like, it's so, if you had any type of intelligence, you would not even be here. Like, honestly, like, I mean, no, we're all, he would be over here is basically, let me change that. He would be on this side. He would probably be on the phone right now, kicking it.
I mean, he's very bizarre. I mean, he really is. And I think that, okay, so I heard somewhere along the lines that he's not even on speaking terms with R. Kelly, so he's out here fighting for him and putting in all this effort to help free him, but I haven't seen one thing that actually is going to help free him, or to even show that he's fighting for him. He's just on there talking about random shit. So I don't really get what he's doing. Again, it goes back to, like, is this all for the money for him? Because
Dollar for a king.
I don't see what's happening.
It's a dollar for a king. It's international. It's in Africa. He in Africa, girl.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah, he was this worldwide.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Worldwide.
So
50 billion yens.
yeah, and all the world's a stage also. He has his platform with his 12,000 subs, I believe. Not that I'm counting. And he also is trying to hop over to different platforms and different sides to be seen more and raise his visibility. I wouldn't doubt if he got a call. He wants to get a call from some, bigger platform. Maybe, he's his cousin. Let's try to get an interview. I wouldn't be surprised. He probably would say he had to do it in the dark. But, at this point, if you get to that level, because, honey, I'm going to tell you this. Y'all call me, my face is all over the place. If I'm quitting the 9 to 5 and I'm, the other stuff is really not a big deal after that, then, hey, got my face. Matter of fact, tonight would have been a good night because I'm all glowy tonight. I'm just putting it out there.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I'm feeling
I know
myself.
she was, you guys, before the call, Goddess was putting jewelry on. No one's seen her, but she's like, hang on, my earring. What earring?
I'm putting on my jewels.
You
I gotta be,
She's like, it's a vibe. I gotta be presentable with my voice.
It's a vibe, right? Because she's like, no one's going to see you. I'm like, it's a vibe, Nia. It's my feels. Yeah, I'm floating right now.
My mind's for the vibe.
I don't get it.
Nia.
I look a mess right now.
No, but it's all good. You can also look a mess, but feel the vibes. Like, you can still be, like, feeling yourself.
I still can vibe.
That even is a bigger I'm feeling myself. If you can do that and not get all, like, because I got, the jewelry for me is just, oh, gosh, where's the bag? I need to shout out this place. My favorite place to get crystals and stuff. Oh, shoot. All right, I'll put that out there. But anyway, yes, I'm glowing, I'm sparkling, I'm happening right now. I'm popping.
I happen to be sparkling too because I did go shopping to buy more Christmas stuff today. So I happen to have glitter.
Oh shit!
So,
Christmas is here.
Christmas is here. I got both trees up, whole house is decorated. Like, I'm on a roll.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me shout out Miss Kim. Miss Kim says she curled her hair and she's toasting us. So shout out to you, Warrior.
Yeah.
Love you. And also I want to say this was a while back, but Keep R. Kelly Down wanted me to say what's up to Nia. She said she didn't.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I said that out loud. There's some new people in here. I want to make sure Edwin Parker. Who else is here? I saw a couple
Yeah,
people.
people would rather see our smelly Kelly in a jumpsuit than this picture. They want this picture gone.
This one of him and K. Michelle.
Yeah.
What are we talking about next? I'll find something else.
Well, while we're doing that, I will say, Liddy is in timeout. So Liddy, sit your ass in timeout until you can come play nice, get a drink, have some fun, calm down, and if you want to be a butthead and join the other assholes, you can take your ass right on over to Hollywood Next Channel. She's great for insulting and whatever I'm sure you love to do. So go on over.
Well,
Real quick.
that was from the Mocha Duchess. In case you want to try to get that twisted, let me just straighten that out.
Sorry.
Oh, they want the orange prison suit picture. Okay, look, wait, let me stop y'all. Keep R. Kelly down. Look, the prison picture is coming, and we have the old man prison. The old man one is my favorite because that to me is everything. It's coming. We got to get through these little topics so I have a timeline. I'm only gonna probably get to some of the timeline, but we're gonna get there. Okay.
Can we go back to a comment real quick?
Go. Yeah.
Okay, so Damien had a comment about, let's see, when Hollywood called Nicole Blinker-Becker acting all nice and shit, I couldn't stop laughing. So since you missed the live goddess and it went away after that, it disappeared, I don't know if you know about that or not. So while Hollywood was on the live where she was tearing Carolina apart, she played a call as well where she had called R. Kelly's lawyer. And I guess that's debatable too because I've heard a lot of different things whenever it comes to her being R. Kelly's lawyer. I've heard she's not even licensed to practice in Illinois. I don't know all the details myself.
Yeah, she's from Detroit. Yeah, she's from Detroit. Yeah. That's where she's licensed. She had her, I think she had her own practice. She was a prosecutor, right, for sex crimes?
Yeah, she was. That's right.
Yeah. Well, she's just there. She's just there. She's a woman. She's when she first came on the scene, even I said, that's kind of a good look to have a woman. But when I looked into her and looked at her, she's a little emaciated. She doesn't look the healthiest. She looks actually like one of R. Kelly's cult PI people to me. But, sorry. Okay.
No, hey, Liz, that's perfect because whenever Hollywood called her, what was funny is Nicole answers the phone. Hollywood probably talked for 2 to 3 minutes, maybe an hour. She opened the call by bragging to this woman. She's like, "Oh my God, this is you. I wanted to tell you that I saw an interview of you with some podcast person," and she's like, I wanted to tell you. So my mom was a lawyer, so I have been trained by her. I go through all of her law books. I mean, I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. Like, she went through all these things. Like,
yeah, she did everything. She was a nurse, a shoemaker.
Yeah, keep R. Kelly. I'm sorry, keep R. Kelly down. It's Detroit. She's from out of Detroit. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. And I changed the picture too.
It was just very odd. Like she spent the first several minutes just bragging on herself, like she normally does in her videos. She did this to the lawyer, and she's like, "I'm sorry. I know I'm talking a lot." She just keeps going, and she's like, "So yeah, I just wanted to call and talk to you and see what I can find out about Robert and blah blah." And as soon as the lady starts to talk, she's like, she stops the video, and she's like, "I mean, I don't want you guys to hear all of it, but actually, hold on for a second. Let me play this next part because I want you guys to hear the compliment that she gives me." Okay,
let me shout out Diva, the Divine Light, for this picture. This came from her.
Diva?
Yes, my sis. Okay.
Nia, what was the compliment? Do you remember?
Well, I think it was something very vague and basic, like, "Wow, you sure are interested, aren't you?" Or like, "Wow, you've done a lot of research." "Wow, you sure are fucking crazy." Something like that.
It was not a compliment in any way, and you could tell this woman's reaction, like, as she spent, like, the first, 55 minutes, telling her about her accolades. You could tell whenever Nicole finally gets a chance to talk, she's like, "Wow." And the whole time I text Mia and I'm like, "This is a shit show." Like, this lady is rolling her eyes and saying, "What in the hell is wrong with you?" Like, it was very cringeworthy. It was so terrible.
Everything she says is cringeworthy.
But normally, so you kind of expect it on these YouTube streams. But then when it gets way out of hand and starts spilling out into the world, you're like, whoa.
Yes. Like, these people are not prepared. They're not prepared for that shit yet. They haven't seen it.
Yes.
So Zoe Kelly's asking if we're sure that was actually Nicole. I thought that was a good question.
Yeah. You know what? I heard that
like her.
It did. It sounded like her in the interview, but that's a valid question. I
mean, we don't know. The truth is we don't know. So I just want to say that, because look at who we're dealing with. You can't trust people. If you can't trust somebody with their word and how they behave, how do you trust anything, is all I'm saying. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. It could have been her other personality. Who knows?
Right. Exactly. She's on the phone with herself.
Her other personality would have said, "Oh my God, Hollywood, you're so amazing. I've been waiting for you to call. I watch all your videos. I subscribe just for, But
you're trending on Twitter."
Sat there. This lady sat there for 3 hours, and it was so quiet. And then when she had to, she responded and was like, "Well, if you have something, you can email it to me." And that's all she said. And I just, at that moment, for a nanosecond, I thought to myself, I feel sorry for our coach here.
Wow.
I thought the same thing. I will admit that. I did. I was like, oh, this poor woman. And I'm like, oh, wait, she's representing through her.
So, I'm in the chat. So, Jody Cox said Hollywood Next or Hollywood After is a conversational narcissist. Okay, I like that term. And then, Keep R. Kelly Down says she don't think that was Nicole. Fuck her. I added the fuck her. Ty says they're all desperate. She said it's no lawyer in a high-profile case will talk to a random blogger, except for Steve Greenberg, because let's not forget he picked up my call. And I'm not saying I'm random, but to him I'm random. And he picked up my call. He's texted me back. I texted him something. He texted me right back, like no pause. Yeah. Maybe he just knows. The glow comes through the phone. What can I say?
Yeah, you know what? That's probably right. It's probably true. Well, I will say, it may not have been Nicole, but Hollywood sure as hell did get a text or a tweet from Steve Greenberg. Did you see that, Goddess?
Oh, the fact that he was hacked? Wait, which one? Oh, who? Fill me in.
This today.
Oh no, I missed it. What?
Oh yeah, so I will read it to you. So she sent a tweet, and it goes back to what I was tweeting earlier this week, where I said, do these people realize that they still have Greenberg on the thread whenever they're saying all sorts of negative shit about him? Because they say some very awkward, insane things while he's still on the thread. So I don't know if she intended to have him on this thread or if she is, just being her. But she had him on a thread, and she's responding to other people, and she says, Greenberg is friends with Barry Hankerson. How is that? How is it that he's representing Robert Sylvester Kelly? I don't trust him. That's my personal opinion. His actions has spoken louder than his words. That's her. Oh. That's her language, not mine. And then Steve Greenberg responds today and says, that was 4 days ago that she sent that message to other people, but he was on the thread. So Steve responds today and says, I don't know Barry Hankerson. While you are certainly entitled to your opinion of me, as you are certainly entitled to any opinion of me that you want, please at least be actually accurate, which so far you have knocked out when it comes to me at all. So I'm just trying to say, like she's knocked out, he's saying knocked it out of I don't know what he's trying to get at there. Like, what does he mean? Was that a typo?
What?
Well, he may
I need to see it.
Out or something.
He goes, please at least be actually accurate, which so far you have knocked out when it comes to me at all.
Oh, yeah, knocked it out the park. That's what I get. Like you've knocked that. Yeah, he's a weirdo. So why is he even doing this on Twitter? He tweeted Nia. Remember what did he say?
Yeah.
Something about confidence, having confidence.
Actually, let's not say that I am not worthy of a tweet back, because I am. I use a grammatically correct sentence. 2 of them, in fact, they were numbered, and I was, giving them the business. So, But yeah, so she's all being like, I'm out in these streets with these attorneys. I got in contact with Nicole, and, you know, but Greenberg shut her down. You know, he was just like, I don't know who you are, what the fuck is wrong with you, but you're welcome. That's what I read.
So the doctor is saying the best thing for Nicole was not being on this case per Lil Daryl. She broke all protocol. That's confirmed. His book will be epic. So are we saying Daryl's giving us a book? I guess that's what.
I think the doctor has said that before.
Okay.
You know,
the moderator would know.
Yeah, but hey, the moderator gets around.
Ooh, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've been having my cookies all out in the
Oh, Lord. Okay. And moving on. So you were saying. Okay, he's confirming. He's saying yes. Okay.
He gets around.
Well, that the book is coming. The book, not the cookies.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, well, anywho, that remains to be seen. But yes, the book it looks like it's going to be forthcoming. But, you know, he was on, so Daryl was on Carolina's show a few weeks back, giving all kinds of information that I knew was a lie. He was like, no, they're not going to do that when they get the boy. And I'm just, you don't shut up, lying ass up.
I don't know why they all are lying. It's a little odd.
Look, none of them are telling. Okay, truth tellers or truthers is what they're called on the internet. You know, the anonymous where they come out with these whistleblower information and they never show their face because it's dangerous. So for people to come out with their face, like, not Team Truth. I'm taking Team Truth out because this is a special circumstance where, you know, obviously their family is involved. But I'm talking people like, you know, all the other YouTube bloggers who are going around with the batteries in their back, paid by RSK Enterprises or whatever the case. And they are, to me, putting out propaganda from a source or sources who all have an agenda. So, all that to say.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, and then actually, I was talking about this earlier, and I said, you know, part of the whole message on the other side is that the reason, you know, R. Kelly was set up by Angelo, by everyone in the world, pretty much, by the president, by Oprah, Gayle, the mailman, everyone. It's just so bizarre. But their whole logic is, the who?
Osama bin Laden.
Oh, Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, all of them. Everyone
in the world.
Yeah. The reason they were set up is because they all wanted money from him. And I said this earlier. I'm like, if they wanted money from him, you would sue them in a civil suit. How are they getting money whenever they're pressing criminal charges on this man? Like, that's what doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're saying that this all for a bag. Azriel was sent in as a mole, and it was all to, you know, get money from him and get his royalties and all this stuff. Like, she can't get his royalties if she's not even married to the man, for one. And two, his royalties, he has loans out against his royalties for for different tours, for the 08 trial. He had to borrow against his royalties for lawyers and specialists and stuff for the 08 trial. All sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff. That studio, I know that studio put a lien on him for like a couple $100,000.
Paying for other people's children.
Right.
As he was taking care of other kids and stuff.
Yeah, what about all the adults he's taking care of also? I mean, there were, you know.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, that's why they want him out. That's why they're denying all of this. That's why all of them are denying this. Like Kip, Dana, all of them, they're denying it because they benefit from it in some way. They benefit from him being out in some way. So, of course, they don't want him in jail, so they're going to deny it till the end because they're getting their little 15 minutes of fame from it, or they're getting some sort of attention from it, something. And those on the other side that are trying to do the right thing, like Angelo for his daughter, I mean, they're going through this criminal process because they had no other option.
Yeah, it's hell. It's hell. Can you imagine this world they're in? Shout out to the Clarys. No, man, that makes me so mad. So I'm looking at Keep R. Kelly Down. I went back in the chat because Keep R. Kelly Down had so Kel's Nation, she's saying, and AKA Know Your History, and Hollywood After seemingly, I guess, are not on the same page, is what she's saying. So, which speaks to, you know, the confusion that is, I think, designed to keep that cloud of mystery and bullshit around that situation, so people are off track. So when that jury gets picked, they're going to be all kinds of confused. And we're talking people in Chicago that need to know the real truth. I feel like Chicago may have their eyes and ears closed, not everybody, of course, but meaning they know what's up. They don't want to need to hear all this bullshit. Like Dr. Groman was saying, how they have so many people on their side, and when they're in the chats, and he's going live and they're coming over. But that's here in this little sector. The real whole world, if you open the whole world up and put them on YouTube, you wouldn't even hear a whisper from them. You wouldn't see them. You wouldn't see them. It'd be like what is it called? Those bull runs? When the bulls are and the little people are getting trampled left and right. And that's just in the beginning by the gate. Once they passed all that little first quarter mile, you don't see anybody. It's just dust.
That is so true.
Right.
Well, I actually have one more clip if you want to listen to this clip. It's a clip from Dr. Rogers, and
wait. There's 3 I had, and I want to talk about. Which one you got first? What you got?
This one's on a different topic, though. This one's on.
Okay.
It's her talking about. Someone had asked her, like, give us a truthful response on whether or not you think R. Kelly has a shot at either getting out, or what do you think is going to happen, and give us your honest opinion. So I have her response, and I can play it off if you want, in response to that question. So I think it kind of highlights her opinion as to what he's facing, but I think it also speaks to some of the other supporters on the other side, and even Levi, who speaks all the facts. I think it's interesting that Levi constantly says that he is going to be acquitted of all charges, and there's no way not one charge will stick. And he said that yesterday. I just think that that's so odd. I mean, if you're, especially he's his cousin, he's that close to it.
Right.
If you're that close to it, then you should know the severity of what he is facing. So for you to think that he's going to be acquitted on everything and he's going to be out is very odd to me. But I did have a small clip of what Carolina said in response to that question that we can listen to now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay.
My honest opinion is, if they are able to get around, if they're able to get around those legal charges, then that's going to be a best opportunity, because that's the thing that they're really moving over their head right now. I actually don't think the Chicago charges are as serious, and they have a better fighting chance than the Chicago charges, just because there is so much misinformation, and they have proof that the main victim, JP, they have proof that she's lied and changed her story on several different occasions, and the fact that she also signed, some paperwork. Yeah.
There's one left.
As far as the other stuff, I think you just have to play on it. I think you have to play on it, because it's going to be hard with all the stuff that he has, and it's just my personal opinion. It's going to be hard for him to escape without getting any time.
That's it.
Okay, can you recap that? Because it was a little fuzzy in some parts. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy. So she stopped talking. She was reading the chat for part of it, so that was why it was quiet for certain pieces of that. But
wait, was that that was the sister, or was that Cubic?
That's Carolina. She was on there with the sister. The sister didn't speak during that part, just her, but all 3 of them were on there. And she actually asked the sister to chime in after that, and they echoed a lot of what she said. Like, they understand the severity of it, but they're like, we're just, we're praying. We know that with prayers we can overcome anything. But Dr. Rogers also said, we have to keep in mind that we can pray and we can pray and we can pray, but we're going to pray. Even though we pray, God's going to give us what we need, not what we want. So, I don't know. I think we'll see. But she essentially was saying throughout that clip that, just by the look on her face, you can tell that she is understanding the seriousness of it. And she said that she thinks that he has a lot that he has to face, but the RICO charges are going to be the most difficult. She doesn't think the Chicago charges are as severe because they know that there are holes in Geronda's story. She said JP's Geronda's story, and she said, and also Geronda was on some paperwork, so she's talking about the NDAs. So she's thinking that it'll be easier for him to get out of that than it will be for him to get out of the federal charges. like the RICO charges, but she said it would be very hard to believe that he would escape this without spending some time in jail.
Mm-hmm. And they're probably talking about, isn't Roshana in that one too?
Yeah. Yep.
And the state charges, is that Geronda in the state charges as well as the federal Illinois, or?
I could have sworn that Geronda was in the federal indictment, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I know she's in the state charges for sure.
I think she's in both. Then if she's in the state, then she's in both.
Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, because I know she's in the state ones, and I think they're praying or they're believing that she has, I guess, told different stories a couple of times. So they think that because of that, she's not going to be able to get on the stand and convince the jury that he was in the wrong. So they think that he'll get out of that. Plus, because she signed an NDA, they think that that'll also help her.
And she was a minor when she signed that, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So how can you sign a legal binding document when you're a minor?
That's called invalid. It's void and null.
Exactly.
Null and void. I'm sorry, null and void. A little bit of rosé going on. Keep R. Kelly Down is saying, first, the Gross sisters. The Gross sisters said R. Kelly was fine and has been playing basketball, but then they were in the press conference talking about how they couldn't see him and claimed that he was not treated fairly. And that goes to my theory of the fact that there's, I think personally he is talking to whoever who's pulling those strings on who says what, when, and how. Like, all this stuff, I think he's just the little puppet master having his little fun in his little jail cell with his toenails falling off. Like, this is what I see. I do. Like,
Exactly.
Any screenwriters out there, if any screenwriters want to write something with me, hit me, because I have a brilliant idea. I just need somebody to help me out. Anyway, go ahead.
You're so funny. Well, Zoe mentioned in the chat about NDAs too. Zoe said NDAs can't be forced if they cover a crime. And that's the thing. That's exactly true. Like, that's exactly right. You can't expect an NDA to cover someone doing something that's illegal. So yes, you can have someone sign something if you don't want them to talk about a party that you had at your house where you guys were dancing and maybe you kissed a person and you have a husband that's, out of town. So an NDA prevents that person from being able to talk about that. But it doesn't prevent that person from going to the police if they witnessed a crime or if a crime was done to them. Like, that's ridiculous to think that an NDA would cover something like that. That's insane. If that's the case, then everyone would walk around with NDAs.
Right. I mean, you go rob a bank and just have it. Exactly. No one testifies against you. Another thing that came up is I was watching somebody's ridiculous ass fucking live, and it was brutal because it was so stupid. But someone asked, well, since they told on him, does he get his money back? I was like, okay, first of all, it's not a refund.
Actually, I heard Faison say that.
Like, what? And then another one that comes up is like, oh, and this doesn't come up as often, but when it does, it stings. Like me, it hurts, because they'll say, like, well, if they wanted him too. Shouldn't they get in trouble? If it's against the law, shouldn't Geronda get in trouble? No, motherfucker.
Wow.
He gets in trouble. He's the one that committed the crime.
Exactly.
He's the one, not her. It's like robbing, again, you rob a store, and then, I mean, that person, since they gave you the money, they committed a crime because they're now, I can't.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, none of it makes sense.
Keep R. Kelly Down says R. Kelly was a genius. She said he was a genius in his circle. Do you think that Levi, Dana J, and the Gross sisters would be allowed in his circle? So you saying that he put those type of people so he could be the genius in the group? Those sisters, as well as Cubic Zirconia and Phases with an F, put her in there. They just all come across as so phony to me. Like, I don't feel any authenticity. That laugh. Matter of fact, Mocha, are you able to play audio of where she's talking about the discovery? I don't know if you know.
Yeah, let me go back to it. You want to do a part 1, part 2, or part 3 of that?
I guess start with 1, because I don't remember.
Okay, let me get to that one.
Thank you. Woo, I love it.
Problem.
That's some tech people happening behind the scenes.
Now, I know this is not going to be popular with a lot of people, but it is what it is. It's just like when we were on the live last night on Phases, someone called in and they were saying that the Discovery was posted online.
Can you pause real quick?
A lot of people in the comments started saying that Discovery was posted online, and I received a few messages myself. And I'm like, I know good and well that they did not post that evidence online, because I know better. So I go and look because a couple people sent me the link, and I went and saw the link. And what I saw was
right, doctor.
Exactly. A face sheet, what someone called an outline of what the prosecution's side had turned up. And understand that this was from August. So from August, you do know that that information has changed. It's November.
Okay.
So a lot of the information that's in there, we don't even know if it's relevant at this point. And I'm sure they have more stuff to go along with that. So to look at something that they put out there in August and then say that the Discovery is out there, there's no way. Come on, y'all. It was given to the media, and the media put that out. And they shouldn't have been given that. But that was given to the media to give you some kind of idea of the stuff they were looking at. But to say that Discovery is out, that is misleading people. I don't want to call it a lie because I don't want to call anybody a liar. But you figure it out.
Okay.
So,
all right. So we heard a clip of cubic, and this is why I call her cubic zirconia. That was some fake, phony bullshit right there. If she's a doctor, honestly, have we seen any paperwork? I think Zoe or somebody asked this in the chat. Have we seen paperwork on the fact that whether or not she's an actual doctor, whether a PhD, medical, whatever the field, do we know? Because if somebody is speaking to Discovery that was submitted by the prosecution of a huge case to the court or to the defense through the court for them to sift through, because they have to go through the Discovery. I mean, the Discovery is not necessarily 100% all the evidence you're going to have against this man, because some stuff, it may drop off, whatever. But for her to say that, well, this is from August. Well, that's when it was submitted. They had a deadline. The judge gave a deadline for when they had to submit that stuff, and they submitted most of it. I think there was still more to come, according to them. But they submitted, from what I understand. I have the printed Discovery. Jazz. Dr. Groman-Mancho has gone through this also. Matter of fact, Dr. Groman-Mancho, let's clarify, was the caller that she referred to. She didn't want to say his name. Dr. Groman-Mancho called in, talked about Discovery. And she's like, Discovery? It's on Google. So with that being said, I also have it. I did a whole video about it. The New York, this is from the Eastern District of New York. There's several pages, maybe, 8 to 12. And it's an outline of what was actually submitted via thumb drive, to the defense. And they were saying it's like 900 subfolders of Discovery. And they have to go through everything. And it's real. It's not something you just say, oh, well, that's from August. It's not from August. It was submitted in August, and it was information that's been compiled over time from talking to witnesses and doing all types of digging. And on top of that, like I said, they're not done from what I understand. Unless maybe that's, maybe they got a pause on because they're waiting on that. I don't know. All I'm saying is that for her, see, that right there was a fail for me. To have your big face in the camera, to literally just say that and discredit this information that's real and documented, that's going to be used, some of it at least, most of it probably, if not all. Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys were going to interject something? Anything?
Yeah, were you going to say something?
Oh, well, yeah, I was just going to say, this whole thing where she's like, that's a lie, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, well, I didn't even get to that yet. Yeah, go ahead.
Doesn't mean it's a lie. Just because you're unaware does not mean it's a lie.
She said the media got their put it out. The media has access to the database where the filings are done. The media, it's public information at that point. So what are you talking about? They shouldn't have had it. Like somebody slid it to them under a cracked door. Like, no.
This is R. Kelly we're talking about, not some fucking choir boy. This is R. Kelly, who we all know has been a child rapist for 25 fucking years. This is not new information.
Right. And Peter 40. Peter 40 forever. Thank you. Chicago News, Jason Meisner posted it on Twitter. He's a Chicago journalist. Yeah. So get out of here. Get educated. Get your shit together. Go powder your fucking face. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But what I do mean is, please come to the table with facts. Stop fucking around. I guess it's because you're dealing with such low vibrating bottom feeders that you feel you need to come to the table with nothing because you don't have to, because the people you're dealing with will just bob their heads like bobbleheads to you, whatever you spew. But let me tell you, we watching, because we out here playing, we paddling back. We hitting that ball right back over, like, get the fuck out of here. If I had that GIF right now, or GIF as Nia calls it, I call it a GIF. That power forward would be smacking that ball right out your little bitty, powerless hands. I'm just saying. All that posturing you're doing, I can't stand it. That faux intelligence is just too, it's just so icky. It's like, unzip the suit. Unzip the suit. Step out. It's okay. Dude, I'm sorry. She gives me dude vibes. Dude.
It was a little odd.
Come over.
Saying it's a fact sheet. It was a fact sheet. I pulled it up and it was a cover sheet. It was a cover sheet.
Sam.
What?
Sam, okay, it was a cover sheet. There was a cover sheet and there was an outline. The outline spoke to everything that was submitted digitally to the court, to the defense, through the court. So the defense has has that stuff physically in their possession. The outline.
You gotta go legally.
Yeah. It's public. It's public. If you got the touch, if you have the connect, if you know what you're fucking doing, you could also press a button and print that shit out too. Sorry.
Using the search engine Google to get to it.
Yeah, but there's some stuff you really isn't on Google, but you can still access it if you know what you're doing. Like, why are you even talking about this stuff? Why? Why are you talking about something you don't know what you even talking about? Like, you're not even making an effort to find out any information whatsoever. Like, there is no dust behind you on the track. You are, and it's a dirt track. You're walking, like, slowly. Like, pick it up. Get it together. Like, get it. Get it. God damn. Doctor, probation officer, or whatever the fuck you were at the jail. She said it. She said it out her own mouth. Anyway.
Hit the like button, guys.
That's that Michelle Kramer energy. I'm sorry. Look, I know a lot of y'all don't like Michelle Kramer. I saw it at the first start of this show tonight. I'm talking shit about Michelle. Listen, I talked to her tonight. That energy, I'm sorry, she came in to me with that energy. I had to tell her, you need to calm down, ma'am. Calm down. That's that warrior spirit, though. That warrior spirit, feeling like she needs to protect herself, feeling like, I'm coming through to clarify some things because I'm hearing some things out in these streets. And that's what we going to get. And we going to get this next Saturday. So I hope you guys are subscribed. I hope you tune in. We have a time in mind, but we're not going to post the time till probably the day before or something, because she wants to make sure, she doesn't want to seem flaky and have to change it or whatever. But I will tell you it will be Saturday. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, so
That's awesome. Coming in hot.
Woo! Coming in hot. And she really did kind of fire me up a little bit, because I had been meditating. I was all zenned out, like floating around this castle here. My jewelry wasn't even on. I was light. I was just like floating. And then she called me like, look, because she needs to clarify some things. She wanted to make sure this, she wanted to know what was she working with when she gonna talk to me. So we had a little tete-a-tete, and we, I asked her some questions because she didn't want anything prepared. She's like, just hit me raw. I speak from the heart. So that's what I'm coming with. But the way she answered the questions that I had, because I brought up two main questions to her because she wanted to know, because I said, well, what do you think about all the chatter that's around you and the fodder, whatever. And she's like, well, what? Because I try to stay away from that. People try to tell me, but I don't be wanting to hear it. So I told her, the first thing I mentioned was the fact that people complain that she speaks for her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And she...
Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah.
She fired back.
I'm sorry,
See, Zoe's like, nah.
I saw that.
Look, I get it, but I just want you guys to be open-minded and have an open heart. Look, imagine if you were in a situation that was public, and you were perceived a certain way, and maybe you deserved that perception at that time. But just imagine, as humans, we do evolve, we grow, we learn, and then there's some of us that do have a purpose, and maybe that purpose is to be in this light to do certain things. So imagine you have gone through this evolution, a little bit of it, and you feeling brand new. You got a whole new message about you, and but people got their foot on you, like, nah, we don't want to see that. That's very hurtful and frustrating, and it's silencing, and it's kind of bullying in a way. I mean, I'm not calling y'all bullies, but I'm just saying, what does it hurt to just listen without the judgment?
Agreed.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I'm just saying have an open mind.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
I know, Sam. Damn you, Sam. Sam, me and you gonna have a talk. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was just saying, why wouldn't she speak for her daughter? She should be allowed to speak for her daughter.
Ooh, well, honey, that's her take. That's her take. But I'm gonna let her tell it. I'm not even gonna. She had a good, she had a very strong response. She also had the other question that I threw out there was about the docuseries and that whole rescue scene and the fact that it's said to be staged, and people are mad at her for that. And she talked about, she kind of talked about it, but then we'll get there. But Saturday, so please, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. My likes are at 60, 61. We got 88 people in the room. God bless all of y'all, whoever's here on your Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you see Grandman's question?
Oh, what is it?
Ask her, was it her that was cooking breakfast? Oh, it moved. Cooking breakfast when K. Michelle was there, if she answers that wrong in the interview.
Oh, so wait. She was supposedly cooking. She said to be cooking breakfast when K. Michelle was there. Okay, so that means she was in the house, in the mix, seeing everything happening. Okay.
Yeah.
We will ask her that because we are. Oh, go ahead.
Even if that is the case, so can you cook breakfast? And is cooking breakfast for someone to saying, "Hey, go rape my daughter"? I mean, is that the same?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
I think that for sure. Obviously, you could cook breakfast for your daughter. You can go to okay, if your daughter's dating a man and you want to go to their house and prepare a meal for them or whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that what people are thinking is suspicious is the things that she's commented about it. She said that she never had a close relationship with him. She never wanted her daughter to be with him or anything. And the entire time she was trying to find out where her daughter was. She wasn't able to communicate with her, all this stuff. And I think that everyone else is saying the exact opposite. No, you were able to see her. You dated someone in the clique. You were close to them, and you were part of it. And I think that there's also been messages posted from Geronda that have said that she received gifts from R. Kelly, and whenever Dominique tried to stop talking to R. Kelly, I guess they were on Geronda's phone plan, Michelle and Dominique both, and Geronda blocked R. Kelly's phone number from Dominique's phone because Dominique had left temporarily. Well, apparently Geronda says that Michelle Kramer called her back and begged for Geronda to remove the block from R. Kelly's number so Dominique could speak to him and go back to him.
Mm.
So I think that everyone's kind of talking about a lot of that. They don't necessarily believe that she was fighting to get her daughter back because she was around around them all the time. She was friends with them. She was dating people in the clique and all that stuff. She was getting gifts for it, money for it, that sort of thing. That was out there.
Well, she's gonna speak to that. And like Nia was saying, I mean, you know, I agree with what Nia was coming back with. And also I want to say this too, you know, she's in Chicago. Several of my warrior sisters, I'm going to call you guys, are in Chicago. We've been communicating with each other. And I get the same one-liner when it comes to the situation as a whole. That's Chicago. That's what they say. That's Chicago.
I can believe that. I mean, I can believe that. I think the bottom line is really, and we talked about this last time too. I think Goddess, you had asked me, like, what do I think on the whole Tasha K story about what she put out regarding Michelle? And I said, well, I mean, I believe that the story that was put out about it was not true, the way the escape happened and all that stuff. I mean, I think that there were some obvious, there were obvious things that stuck out to me where I felt like, you know, is this factual or not? I didn't know. But the thing is that really it's irrelevant. Like, her daughter was abused, and that's really all that matters. Like, her daughter was abused, and I fully believe that. And I think that R. Kelly treated her like he does everyone else, and that's it, you know? So really, what else matters here?
Well, Keep R. Kelly Down is saying her opinion is Michelle Kramer should be going through the healing process with her daughter, especially when she is about to give birth to a daughter. And to that, Keep, I'm going to say, do you know that she's not? Because you're saying it as if you know that she isn't and she should be doing it. But I would say, don't assume, based on what you see, maybe on social media or what you hear from other people, that someone's not doing the work to grow and, you know, connect with their child, whatever it is you're saying she's not doing. I'm just saying, you know, let it go, release the idea that you have and allow for the growth to be as well in the perception. Is all I'm saying. Okay. Hello?
And I mean, we see that so often, though, that people are kind of, you know, very strong in one way. We're not giving people the space to be more than one thing, to kind of heal and fight at the same time. So it could be the part of her healing is having these different foundations and speaking, you know, kind of crossing over into, you know, speaking to, you know, white women and different people, you know, about her foundation and helping people in that way. And those people are probably, you know, saying, oh my God, you had to rescue your daughter out of this situation. And so she's probably helping people, and that is kind of helping Miss Kramer. And you don't know what the dynamic is. Would I have handled things that way? Would I have been in that situation? Would I deal with it? You know, those are your own personal questions.
Right.
But someone else can be on their journey.
Yeah. So with that, if you know, she wants to do, so I'm going to prepare some questions, and then she wants to do a live Q&A where I'm reading questions. So I'm thinking that we'll read the questions through the chat. Maybe we'll also do a Twitter thing, and then that way we can have what? Because Sam is complaining. Sam is complaining about getting somebody out of the chat. So, and I kept seeing it, and I was like, okay, here, just do what you got to do. So, Sam, if you don't want to, cool. But if you do, there you go. All right.
Well, no, I'm looking at her first comment was like, where are you at?
She's calling them out the bushes. Come out the bushes.
Okay, you was talking all that shit earlier.
I just gave Sam a gun, technically. Okay. Sam is packing now. Don't play. Don't play. That's what this person's favorite thing is to say, too. Don't play. Okay. Are we done with this person? Oh, no, because I wanted to. Okay, so we did the discovery part. There was, I think there was one more maybe of her. Go ahead. I don't know what else we have, but we can get.
I do have a part. You asked me to do a part 2 and a 3 as well.
Okay, do the part 2 if we haven't done that. Let's get that out the way.
1 second. Cue that up here.
We're still talking about the person on the screen because I got things to settle. Let me use my platform.
Okay, part 2 is here. I'm going to let volume back on here. Keep switching from the live to this, and it makes it, I I just turn my volume down each time. Okay, here we go.
Of the manipulation. As long as I make you feel like I am informed.
All right, come on, sit down.
Now, when I see grown people calling people out their names like that, like you calling people fat, you calling people ugly, these PIs, like all this stuff, you have lost me from the beginning. And that's just being honest. Because there's nothing adult-like about calling somebody a name, a frog, and told like what it like. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody, the grease face lady, listen. Let me get close to this camera. This face right here is stable, okay? So you can call me whatever you want to call me. Like, I mean, it's not hurting my feelings, but what it does let me know is that I can't have a conversation with you and that I can't take you seriously. Because clearly you don't know how to communicate as an adult. Because that's not what adults do. No. That's not what we do. No.
That's all of that one.
Okay. So I think I chose that one because I felt like, come on, like seriously, school teacher, church lady. No, you be doing some passive aggressive stuff on your own side. Okay. And again, I want to clarify. Yeah, I did say grease face on one of my, and R. Kelly, Keep R. Kelly Down, picked that on up and ran with that. So I'm taking my credit, girl. But yeah, so she is, and I want to say that, again, I wasn't talking about her actual complexion. So I think, hey, the darker the berry, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but as far as the grease, you have to admit, you have come a long way. You must have maybe saw that you had a grease face and decided to do something, but you try to step your game up wearing your little wool coats or whatever it is you're trying to do over there in that cold weather. But you had a grease face earlier on. I mean, talking dripping. It's not good. Attractive. You're on camera, girl. I'm just saying, like, we were doing you a favor. We were just doing you a favor.
Girl.
Yeah, so go ahead and we'll play the last clip because it kind of speaks to what she was saying.
Yep.
What, me?
Mocha.
I'm queuing it up right now.
No, I thought that was Nia. Nia was like, Nia's like, what?
Misleading people is lying. I mean, that's what it is. But it's a part of the manipulation. As long as I make you feel like I am informed, I can give you better information, exclusive information, updated information, make it sound good, then people are going to go for it. I mean, they're just going to go. And this team thing, now that's above me. Y'all can have that. Have it, because I don't have nothing to do with nobody's team.
Ooh.
I stopped doing teams when I was on a team. Like, that's it, a team. In sports, that's the only thing. And
that was it for that one.
So was that a little dig? I mean, what was that, a mature statement? I'm just trying to understand, like, right after you say something like, oh, we don't do that type of stuff. Even though it wasn't like a grease face comment, it was definitely a dig. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think that she talked the beehive and everything in there. She went on throughout the video talking about, saying the beehive word, and that's just so childish. And, saying you're ugly. First off, I don't even recall, like, people saying, like, you're ugly over here. I mean, I don't know.
No, that was Hollywood after. Yeah, that was Hollywood after.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, she needs to look at what the other side is saying, because they're the ones putting out the weird, disgusting, evil, vile tweets, YouTube comments, whatever else. I mean, they've attacked people's children. I mean, they've gone so far past where you should ever go whenever you're speaking to someone else. I mean, we're all adults, and the fact that they're behaving like that as adults, it's sickening. So I don't know why she put us in that category of the non-supporters. But
yeah, she doesn't like what we're saying. She doesn't like, we're talking about her.
That's all it is.
We're talking facts. She never has. Like, she's scared that when you bring up facts, she wrinkles her face like, oh, like it's a repellent. Like, I don't understand why it takes them all this time. What is his name? Levi said he was 150 videos in. And I'm gonna give him some. We're gonna give him some shine. Maybe he can be at 13,000. But keep. That's my grease face was me. I'm gonna pull the records. Anyway.
I think that the facts are pee-high repellent. I think that's the key here. Facts are pee-high repellent. None
Yeah.
of them like it. None of them will talk about it. They run the second that you do mention it, or they just automatically resort to calling you names.
Right. And this guy, like Levi, to me, we've said it before, but he is not a woman-friendly person. Like, I just feel like he's gross. Like, he always, everything for him is physical, like looks, you know, just he's an external person. Exactly. Money, dollar for a king. Dollar for a king. He ain't letting go of that dollar for a king whatsoever.
No.
He is hanging on to that thing for dear life. He doesn't care what people say. They have dragged him, and he's still asking, walking around. I could see him. I feel like he's like banging on a bucket, walking around Detroit, trying to get to Africa. And he's in the airport, like, get me to Africa. $1 for a king. You know what I mean?
Have you ever met someone that says cousin, like my cousin? Have you ever met someone that does that constantly? I've never seen someone do that, and I think that he only does it because it's R. Kelly. Like,
yeah.
For any of his other cousins, probably not.
No.
But he feels like he has to throw my cousin Robert.
And it's not even a real. It's a fake cousin. It's a fake. It's somebody you hung out with, and you called him your cousin because you guys had similar attributes or physical traits. That's my cousin. That's what he's been saying for the past however many 40 years or whatever.
50 years.
50. That's how. So since 2 years old they've been hanging out. Well, he needs to be in jail too then, because if you've been hanging out with Sylvester all this time, you can't tell me you ain't seen, heard, smelled something.
So I think Levi came up in Detroit.
Yeah, well, that's what he said.
Robert, his cousin. And so, like, I have cousins. I don't ever really, if I'm talking about them, I don't ever continue to say my cousin.
I don't either. Ever.
It's just a bizarre way of speaking.
It is, and I think he only does that to.
It's just weird.
It's his badge of honor. That's what he has. That's his VIP card. That's what gets him in the door. You know what I mean? He's been saying it all this time to get chicks or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, please. This is such caveman behavior.
Do you remember the video I made a couple weeks ago? I think he said something about how he was dating a girl years ago, and he used, and he said, I used my cousin R. Kelly to, ask them if they wanted to go out on a date with me to a concert, and, then Rob would call up his people for me, he'd arrange everything, get us in, get us VIP tickets, and da-da-da. So you can tell that that's just what he is like, he's riding that wave. But that wave, like, it has sunk a long time ago. Like, sunk the whole yacht, they're all going under, they're drowning, and it's over with. Like, they need to jump off and swim to shore and get with the shits. Like, I don't know what else to tell them.
That's right.
Jesus.
These people.
So one more thing on Levi. So he was talking on and on, going on and on in one of his kind of videos to saying, Truth and Scared to Debate Me. He was talking about how he was a great legal mind. And if you want to step to him with the facts, or if you want to step to him in the debate, you better come with the facts, because he's a great legal mind. But he was also the same one that was befuddled by the discovery, and also the same one that thought one of Greenberg's motions was magnifique.
Yeah, that's right. I literally laughed out loud when I did a response video. I think I was live, and I laughed so hard reading that motion and the fact that he co-signed that, dude, like, oh wait, Keep R. Kelly Down said that something. Wait, let me find that. She said he was basically talking to his Section 8 stove. Why does he continue talking to his Section 8 stove?
He said in his video yesterday that he realized whenever he was looking at his old videos that he looked like Ray Charles. He said, so I decided to switch it up. Sorry, guys. I was looking like Ray Charles for a bit. Oh, God.
Keep said, if he was R. Kelly's cousin, would he have a YouTube channel? Remember, R. Kelly was a genius with his circle. Levi or Dana J would not be in his circle. Yeah, and let Dana confirm, he's super secretive, meaning Sylvester, about his personal happenings. So why would he want his cousin? Would he want that? I just don't know that this person is actually connected how he says. That's why he hangs on to, or he was hanging on to Dana J, because that was his link. Anybody hanging on to Dana J is using that to try to be with,
Dana's the biggest loudmouth of them all. Dana could not keep a secret. You could have a gun to his head. You could say, Dana, if you tell this secret, I'm going to shoot you. He would still tell the secret. Like,
he would
do it immediately. He would do it immediately. Like, it doesn't matter.
He has no self-restraint. Yeah, he has no self-restraint whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
None at all. And then he changes his story. He talks, and that's the thing. If you talk a lot and you're constantly like trying to embellish and all this other shit, then you're going to start, like, your lies are going to show through. And that's exactly what's happening. If you look at his videos a month ago, a week ago, 5 months ago, every one of them, every video is going to say something drastically different, and I've confirmed that. Like the time frames of when he was hanging out with R. Kelly, I've heard 5 different times where he has said different time spans of when he was hanging out with him. I mean, it's bizarre. He in one video earlier on, whenever all of this surviving R. Kelly stuff started popping off, and he starts putting himself out there on Facebook to make it known that he knows R. Kelly, and that, a bunch of different stuff. But in one of the videos, he says that a person asked him, he comes on the live with him on Facebook and says, well, how do you know that R. Kelly's not guilty? He lives at this house in Chicago. Like, you weren't around him all the time. How do you know that? And Dana's response was, I know he's not guilty because I was there at his house the majority of the time for 15 years. Like, come on. That is ridiculous. Like, no one was at that dude's house with him nonstop for 15 years, except for some of these girls.
Right.
But outside of that, Dana's ass wasn't locked up in that house to know what was going on in there all the time. So I just find that odd. But I also found another clip where Dana said that, and this was in February that he said this. He said that he's not going to be and he'll never be on the bandwagon that is going to say that R. Kelly is guilty. However, he's never going to be on the bandwagon that says that he is innocent either, because he's known Rob for a long time, and out of all things, Rob isn't sloppy.
Oh.
His exact words. So I sent you that too. I sent you that clip earlier too.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw. Yeah. So I just think that that's odd. I mean, he's not saying there. I mean, if he was saying that he wasn't. I mean, not right now. If you ask him, is R. Kelly guilty of anything? He says, "Oh, absolutely not. He's not going to jail over my dead body. He's not going to stay in there. He's not guilty." But again, this was in February, and that's what he said in February. He said that he wouldn't say that he was innocent, and that what he will say is that Rob's not sloppy. So, what does that insinuate to you?
Guilty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guilty as hell.
Guilty, but usually doesn't. Usually keeps his all of his secrets behind closed doors, and no one's exposing it, and so therefore, he doesn't have to worry about anything getting leaked out. So nothing is sloppy. He keeps everything tight and clean, and no one can find out what's going on. Nothing about that says that he is innocent.
Right.
Because I don't hear anyone coming out and saying, this is ridiculous. These girls don't even know him. He has been shacked up with this 40-year-old lady named Shirley
What?
for the past 20 years. This is weird. No one has ever said that.
Wait, who has? Levi?
Double Jeopardy. No.
Wait.
I'm saying that no one has ever said anything like that.
Oh.
Like, there's no way this could be, because he's only been with this woman named Shirley, and she's 40 years old.
Right.
With no kids.
Yeah.
How could this be? He has a close association with 14-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
If it was anybody else, they would stay far away from 14-year-olds. Not this nigga. He couldn't help himself.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of his ass. I'm so tired of these supporters.
Well, I have that clip. I think I have the clip. If that's the one that was last sent.
I believe so.
Okay, let me play this clip real quick, and we'll just end it with him. I have another picture on the screen because we got off track when we were talking about K. Michelle, but I just wanted to finish that also. Hold on. Hey. My bad.
So what are we doing?
That ain't Levi. Okay, let's see.
Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars at stake.
Oh.
When it comes to this conspiracy, that
the one in our
my cousin,
the one in our group chat.
Is this the wrong one? Okay.
It was Dana. It's Dana.
Oh.
It is. It's the one I sent you at 126. Wait, no, is that the one? No. Sorry, hold on. It's 224.
Oh, it's on a different phone. You don't have it?
I have it. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah. Please.
1 second here. I have my iPad and my iPhone going, so I'm trying to.
Well, me too. I have an iPad.
Oh, yeah. Are you like?
Okay, Nia. Nia, what was that? What was that again, Nia?
What?
Say that again, Nia.
I just said I have an iPad and an iPhone going too.
Okay.
But I can't sync my iPencil with my iPad. It won't charge.
Really?
But I'm thankful for it.
I can walk you through it. I can walk you through it afterwards if you want.
Wait, are these nerd
Okay,
problems?
it won't charge.
Are we hashtag nerd problems right now?
Yeah, it's nerd problem.
Sorry.
Okay, I got the video. Here we go.
My thing,
Whoa, what's going on here? Okay.
my thing is, and I'm gonna go here. At no time can I say, "Oh, I'm gonna ride the wave and say R. Kelly guilty." At no time can I say, "I'm not gonna ride the wave and say R. Kelly is completely innocent." My opinion is, I believe, Rocky, what up? My opinion is, and this is just straight my opinion, from me being around him and seeing the way he moves, Kells is not sloppy.
That's it.
Wow. I'm mad I took his.
I told you, girl.
I'm mad I took his
You know
picture
what? That
down.
should really just be the closing argument.
That is the closing argument. The gavel hits right there. Boom. Like, seriously?
Come on.
And people want to argue that we are doing something crazy over here by, like, you guys know what's up. Stop playing in your own words.
Stop playing. You guys are playing too much.
I mean,
Stop playing.
you don't play games, but you playing games all day. Every time you come on, you playing a game. You know, you full of shit.
Honestly, if I sat there and did that with them, I mean, ladies, if I did this with most of these bloggers on that side, I swear to you, I don't know how people would even follow them anymore, because I find things like that all the time where I will shoot something over to you and Nia, like, hey, check this out or check this out. I mean, they contradict themselves all the time, yet people think that what they're saying, they're spitting out facts. Like, nothing what they're saying is a fact. I've never heard a fact from any of them. So I just think that it's so funny because, you know, they are, you know, they have these followers and, you know, people are loyally following them and coming to attack us for them and everything else, yet they're not being truthful with these people. If you listen to their message this week and you go back and listen to their message a month ago, it's going to be different.
Yeah, they are just stupid. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think that the confusion is designed. I'm gonna say that again. I feel it's very designed to just keep everybody all like like not really knowing what's what, so that when this jury pool thing happens, if it happens, because I'm not convinced that we're gonna get to a trial, whether it's a plea deal, whether it's something else. I'm not gonna be speaking on dark stuff, but I'm just saying we don't know what's gonna happen from day to day. This guy's in jail. This guy's an asshole. Who knows what he's gonna do or piss off or what's gonna happen? I mean, he's not in like jail. I think he's just in. I don't know. He's down in the county type jail, right? But
I think they were saying. I thought they were saying it was a federal jail. I heard somebody's again.
Oh, he's in a fed jail, so he's really.
I don't know what they're talking about, but it's not prison. It's not a prison.
Right. They're not coming out like on West Side. Well, I'm dating myself, but West Side Story. Coming out with knives, like.
That's so funny.
That's funny. Okay, so were we done with her? Because I wanted to go back to, we were talking about K. Michelle. Nia was letting us know about the history and, you know, the fact that we were just questioning why the loyalty. We have had rumors where she's had black eyes while living in that house with him and covering it with shades. This comes from her people, like ex-people. They have had stories out about her. So we were just saying that, you know, it seems that she would want to speak out to help people, but I feel like, you know, she's just in a self-serving space right now. She's worried about herself. and she wants to make it. She wants to be the next Beyonce. So she knows. She knows that the writers, from what I understand, there's a whole network of people behind the R. Kelly brand, such as writers and agents and different type of people that she also networks and works with. So those people are the ones, the silent ones. Those are the real ones that need to step up, by the way. She doesn't want to piss any of those people off, because then they won't work with her anymore. So you question why him, because he does have access to a network behind the scenes. He's been doing things and running things for a long time, and I bet you he has a lot more power in that sector, or did in that sector of music behind the scenes than you probably would know. But I bring up this picture. This is Demetria Kinney. I don't know if you guys are Mick Kinney, I think it is. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. I discovered her when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she's a singer, she's an actress, and as you see here, she has been touring. She has toured on and off with R. Kelly from his own. Supposedly underneath here this comes from The Source. They had like a countdown of like different on the scene type pictures, and this was one. And it says, the lovely at Demetria for real. She's been on the road with me a lot this year. Look out for her new music. So supposedly this was coming for R. Kelly. I doubt it, because he's not the type that's going to shout out somebody's project. But
right. Or write a complete sentence.
Write a complete sentence. But I feel like this picture says to me, like just even the caption, that she's been on the road with me a lot this year. So to me, I don't know. I just kind of wonder, what have you seen? What have you heard? I know it's something. I know there's something. I don't know. Her husband is in the business. I think he's a big shot behind the scenes dude. So maybe that cushioned her from getting the treatment, because I don't feel like he gave the business to everybody. He gave the business to who he sensed would take the business and keep and not speak on the business. So he picked some of the wrong ones apparently. But I do bring this up to say there's other stories of people who we see in everyday life on camera and such, who aren't speaking up, and the question is, why not? Like, what? Well, we have our theories, but like, I just wish they would stand up. It'd be nice.
Wait, which one is London on the Tracks mom? Is that Cheryl or Diane? Diane, I'm confused.
Cheryl, I believe it's Cheryl. Okay. I think that's her son, right?
One that was very heavily involved. You know what I mean? I think she was part of the whole scheduling flights and.
That would be Diane, I think.
Okay. But wasn't Cheryl doing that same sort of thing too?
Maybe, yeah. But Diane, I think I really associate her with that a lot.
They talked about with Cheryl, like how she, I guess, Tasha K had reported it too. Like they, London on the Track, I guess he first went into the studio with R. Kelly, and R. Kelly helped him out and stuff. And now he's like a major producer. He produced a lot of the tracks on Summer Walker's new album. Summer Walker, right? Yeah, Summer Walker. Yeah. Produced a lot of tracks on her new album that just came out. And, he's very much so active on the scene. And it's his mother. And I want to say she does a lot of the manager work for him. So, I don't know. Definitely people that are out there still. And they probably need to speak up and, talk to the feds if they haven't already. Or maybe the feds are...
Yeah, I think the feds are everywhere at this point. But I remember Lizette, I don't know if she's still around, but Lizette Martinez, when she was in the chat earlier, she mentioned Summer Walker. She said Summer was his favorite, is what she said in the chat. Yeah, she said that in the chat, and I couldn't get the break to ask her more, or to even ask if maybe she wants to call in. You have the number. I'm sorry, what?
The favorite of London on the Track, or favorite of...
No, not London on the Track. Sylvester's favorite. She was just saying the Summer Walker is, when she mentioned Summer Walker, Mocha did. So I said, speaking of, Lizette mentioned her in the chat earlier and said that she was his favorite, meaning Sylvester.
I never knew that she was with him. I never knew that she had anything to do with her.
I don't know if that's there's two different Summer Walkers.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know that the Summer Walker that's out now as an artist is the Summer Walker that it was also married to DJ Drama at one point, who is one of those kind of video type girls.
Yeah.
So somebody can clarify if y'all know. But I'm just bringing up Hallie because Keep R. Kelly Down is like, why is Hallie on the screen? And I don't know why you're mad at Hallie Calhoun. Hallie Calhoun is, I don't, so she's another young lady who has, you guys are on Twitter, who has been, you know, obviously this was a public photo of when they were supposedly dating. There was a whole campaign about their relationship. She was 19. It was a whole thing. And I always question, like, why is this like all over the media all of a sudden? And I think it was because at the time, Angelo, as well as I think even Tim Savage, were on his head about Joy and Azriel, and he wanted to cover up with this to say, I got a girl. Like, I'm not, none of that other stuff is true. So you would have to look at the timelines to know if that's accurate, but that's what I got. That's what I'm stuck with in my head. So if you know, I'll know anything different. DM.
Keeper
Okay.
Kelly Down. Keeper Kelly Down sent us a DM on Twitter just now.
Yeah.
And said that R. Kelly started dating Hallie Calhoun. Hallie, whenever, let's see, in 2016. In 2016 is when they started dating. So they dated for a while, I think, but she's on like Wild and Out and stuff now.
Right. Yeah, I think she's another up and comer or wannabe up and comer in, you know, some type of in the business. I don't know as what exactly, because, you know, Wild and Out is probably a cool gig, but it's not an everlasting gig. You're not really making a name for yourself. But I would say that she's similar to K. Michelle with the whole fear factor, keeping her from really being truthful. Because wasn't she, I think we talked about this, she was in the car when that whole viral video went live with her and Cash Howard, right?
Yeah.
Cash Howard was driving, and there was a whole there was a reporter on the phone, and it was a video of him asking some questions. V was crying her eyes out. There's rumors behind her whole story. They're pretty disgusting rumors, but they involve a child in her family. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I don't know if that all of that right now is speculation, but it's been Tasha K spoke on it back a few months ago.
I think I do remember her having something on that a while back ago too, showing a clip of the video and all of that. And I think with Hallie, like, Grown Man put out some receipts on that last week or something, I think, and he showed some conversation that he had with Hallie's mom, and it sounded like, you know, they were taking the steps to have conversations with authorities, but she was just hesitant to come out to the public because they've already been drugged by the Beehive before the Beehivers were on YouTube. But you know, they were already being beaten up by them, and now they don't want to have to, you know, go through that again. So it just sounded like she wasn't ready to go completely public, but they did tell Grown Man in that in the receipts that he had, they did say that she was speaking to authorities. But I mean, again, that's all allegedly on our part. I mean, we don't know for sure. It was a receipt that he posted, and it looked like a conversation between him and her mom. Mm-hmm. And he talked a little bit about that last week too, whenever he was on our live. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I hope that they are doing the right thing.
You're talking about Doctor?
What was that? No, whenever he was, Doctor.
Okay, because he's saying that little girl is way in over her head and highly disrespectful to her mother.
Ooh. Well, I think he had some more information that he hadn't put out there yet, but he had dropped some receipts on it, and he did say that there was more information that he had heard recently.
Are you calling in on this one, or we have to wait for your live? I see what you're doing. I see you, Doctor. But yeah, he has all the tea. But yeah,
he does.
So these are just women I thought to bring up as examples as to, you know, about women who are, and there are probably so many more. I'm sure that Chicago itself is just rife with women, probably older, you know, a little more mature now, who know the real on this dude, you know. But you got to live there. You got to live in the city. I think Doctor did speak on this. I remember hearing him say you got to live in that city. You can't just be coming out talking against him and think that, you know, you're just going to go on your merry way and life is going to be all fruitful and abundant after that. It's Chicago. It's a tough city. They go through a lot there. I mean, like I said, I talked to a few of my warrior sisters from there, and they just tell me different things, and I'm just like, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. Or, you know, it's always something going on, you know. And then I did get a little tip off. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I'm not saying who, but somebody who lives there who's got her ear to the streets. But she's just saying that, it could be a little crazy madness in the streets if once, I won't say if, once he's convicted. Not to say I think the whole city is just going to tear up for him, but I mean, maybe there's just a few of them who are not going to be happy. Maybe they're not speaking out now, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. We're definitely not going to be there to witness that. Oh, I can say I'm not. And I think...
Oh, I know I'm not.
Stop it. No way. I'll watch it on Periscope.
Right. So the federal trials aren't on camera, though, right? Just the states was said to be going to be on camera, if I'm correct.
Well, I don't know. Have they even decided? I know they were talking about how they were... the judge was deciding if it was going to be public or not, and there were different reasons behind, why they like to do things publicly sometimes and why they don't. So I don't know if they ever decided that or not.
So I have someone in the chat called T, and they're like, F that, I'm from Chicago, that's BS. Okay, I don't know what specifically is BS about tearing up the streets. I don't know.
We said art has ripped apart so many people in
So
daily
people
are saying like it's
okay.
BS if they do that.
Oh, okay, I see.
Riot.
I got
Yeah.
you. Well, good. I hope that's the case. I mean, I would hate to see people like trying to tear up the streets for him. Like, really? That just says really a lot of negativity about them, if that's the case. And that's a bad name on the city for me. Like, really?
Yeah.
But
I think Dr. Goldman said he was going to be there at sentencing.
okay.
Which,
Well, that's gonna be. Well, that sounds about right. Right in the mix. Right up in there. Ready for action. Ready for action.
Live,
Yeah, ready.
Dr. Grown Man.
Armor on and everything. Going live.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to see actual crime. Like, I want to see the Beehive up there just wailing in the streets. I mean, just wigs falling off and everything.
Snatching wigs. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Like, I want to
can't
see
imagine.
them just, like, passing out. And it's like, bitch, how did you not know this was about to happen? No case.
Exactly. That's why they should be preparing people for that. Like, that's why these bloggers should be truthful with people and let them know how serious these charges are, instead of being like Cousin Levi and pretending like everything's perfectly fine and it's all just fraudulent and he's going to be acquitted just like he was in 08 and he's perfect. No, like, he doesn't have the pull that he did in 08. Like, the game is up. Like, cut the shit. The game is up and he's done.
Right. There are a couple of, I wouldn't even say Beehives, but R. Kelly supporters that I conversed with, and there's one in particular that I told her, hey, he says, listen, this is just not a winning case. And she's like, well, I believe, I'm going to just pray. And I'm like, and every so often I try to prepare her, like, listen, just your life. This is not going to go well. And I do feel like, there is a responsibility to say, listen, it's not,
Right.
Stop it. You have to stop people.
Yep.
I realize some of you, brace yourself.
Brace
Prepare
yourself.
for the possibility that he's never coming out of custody again in his natural life. Prepare for that.
Yeah, your very own Phases with an F told you the same thing in one of her videos. Once the people got a hold of her and started paying her or whatever, she basically said, "Yeah, brace yourself because you might not like what you hear." So there it is. In regards to this whole Beehive, we spent two and a half hours talking about these people, but I just want to say that regardless, like I said in my live 6 minute something live, in case you missed it, none of that matters. None of what they're saying, none of what we're saying. He is where he is, and I feel that's where he's going to be, and for a very long time. I mean, do we need to show how long he's going to be there for? I think we need to show.
Real quick, we have to call this comment in the chat.
Okay.
It's from T, and it says, I called the police as a sophomore in high school on his ass. He/RCA, whoever paid the state off. I don't know what she meant
In the
by
first
that.
trial?
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about that last part, but I'm guessing she lives in Chicago.
Maybe they decided not to move forward with charges.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably what she's saying there. Yeah, but it sounds like she has an R. Kelly story, Another person from Chicago with an R. Kelly story. Right. This is the thing. That's what happened.
Yeah, just like the calls that I get messages. I've talked to people. I have people who may call in with their story. They're thinking about it. Like, just know it's super anonymous, honestly. And, your secret's safe with us. Just call on in. Let us know. You don't have to tell us your real name. But I think it's just important to let people see that this thing is bigger than what you're even though it's a whole thing on YouTube and you get a story every now and then on the mass media, this thing is like really soaked in the soil of Chicago, to be honest. Like, it really is. And it's sprouted a lot of, the energy that is swirling around this thing is, look at the Beehive. They're controlled by it. It's like a extended cult.
Yeah.
There's a lot more people also involved in the more immediate cult that aren't named. There supposedly were 5 young women involved, not just Azriel and Joy. Sorry to bring Az up like that, but I'm just saying, like, as far as the real story is, like, more women. There's more women. There's one over here who has a house and children. There's one over here. Like, there's a lot of, like, different things out there that we may never know the truth. Yeah, the rabbit hole deepens by the day, Lola. Just exactly.
Very true.
Well, I think we know the truth, but I don't think the depth of it, or how broad and how disgusting, I don't think we will know until 30 years down the line the impact that it has on our culture.
Oh yeah, this is history.
Because I have no doubt. So when I saw T's comment, there was nothing about it that made me say, no. I was like, well, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
It makes sense. At this point, I think that anyone between the ages of 12 and 25 that had any contact, they should probably take all of his tour dates for the past 25 years, contact all the girls in those cities that were of his target age and ask them, did you go to that concert? Have you ever met R. Kelly? Would you like to make a statement?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure if he had contact with that girl, he either attempted or successfully assaulted her. And that is what I believe. And you can take that and stick it up your fat ass, hot breath.
Oh, jeez.
This isn't something that, like, we're just casually dipping our toes in a little bit of bashing Sylvester. No, this is something that I truly believe.
Right. A lot of people truly believe. Yeah.
It's not casual. It's like, and I explained that when I was on Danish Chat one night. Like, do you understand that this is, like, I believe this. Like, it's not even like I just feel like talking some shit. I truly believe that he is a child rapist. And how could I not spend my evenings talking about it? Until
I'm trying to prevent from happening. That's the thing, trying to prevent it from happening. Because I can tell you right now, if I didn't believe it, I wouldn't even be on here. I would never have found Goddess Dawn if I didn't believe it. I was looking for people that were speaking out on it because I was so disgusted by what I was hearing, and I just felt like it needed to be talked about more, and we needed to get the word out there because this is not acceptable and it needs to stop. Like, this has gone on for so many years and it's impacted so many people, and we have to put our foot down. No one put their foot down in LA. Well, some did, but a majority did not. It continued. He was still involved with politicians, police, everything else. It's got to stop, and now is the time.
Can somebody read T's comment about their friend? I'm putting the number in because somebody's like, she might want to call.
Yeah, it says, the victim from the tape was my childhood friend. He was at my high school with Boo and Gotti, giving out pre-written pieces of paper with his number on it. Him and Gotti, not sure about Boo.
Ooh! Yo, Gotti?
Right along with what we've heard. Dang, T, give us the tea.
What? Let me unrelease this line here. Let me release.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Let me release the line. So let me just available, because that is, if you want to call in, I'm gonna put the number up. I think it takes a minute, so just wait. But I think this is it. Let me make sure it's right, because I just Hate to put a wrong number.
If you can call.
She said Yo Gotti. Oh, not Yo Gotti, sorry.
Okay, so not
Oh, no, I said Yo Gotti. Oh, which Gotti are we talking about?
Gotti, who used to be signed in. Yeah. T, can you call in? Let's see what she says.
Okay, so T, there's the number. If you can call in, please.
All right.
We're all just like staring at the screen.
I just finished hitting send and making sure my phone was available. So doctor is saying his friends from Chicago. Who are we talking about? His friends from Chicago. T said, I'm scared. It's anonymous, but okay, it's fine. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. I always say, follow your gut, follow your heart. If you're not feeling it, I want somebody to call in. When somebody calls in, I want them to be confident in what they're saying and honest. So,
if you do ever want to talk, just know there's nothing to be scared about on here. We are the easiest people to talk to, so you never have anything to be worried about, and we would never put you in a situation where we would make you feel uncomfortable.
And also just know this line is open for if you want to leave a message, if you want to text, if you want to just, sometimes I have it on, so you may catch me. I'm just saying, this is the number to call moving forward after this also. Doctor saying Boo and Gata from the west side. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Gotti, which Gotti?
It's gone on for so long, and even now, so I'm on Twitter now. I'm on there for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and I get stories about, this 13-year-old girl is missing. No one has seen this 15-year-old, and it's just such an epidemic with our girls and trafficking and all of this. These are the conversations that need to be had. We need to be believing these girls. These girls need to have safe spaces. They need to be able to tell things. They need to have adults that they can tell things to, and things need to be followed up on. It's something ridiculous. This would have been allowed for so long. It doesn't matter what the story is. It doesn't matter what the reason is. It doesn't matter if the girl wanted it or gave signs of wanting it. It doesn't matter if the parents weren't there or didn't report it. It isn't right. It is illegal, and it doesn't need to continue. Period. End. This is our fight. Yeah. This is our fight.
Absolutely. Well, from the doctor himself, from Dr. Groman Show, he's saying, tell T she good. I know 100K transportation. Okay. T saying, I have a distinctive voice and I don't want my friend, the victim, to necessarily know the extreme measures I've taken since I first saw the tape. Okay, I feel you. I got an app for you though, so I can give you that information. You can, like a robot. Not a robot, actually. They've actually upgraded these things. It's not that bad. Don't ask me how I know.
We'll do it next time. Next live.
Yeah. What else we got in the chat? Well, so we're already in on, what is this, 2.5 hours? I had a timeline. We can do a couple of the things, but definitely not trying to do a whole, 4 hours like some people do. These some slumber parties, I think that's what they're calling it.
No.
But I do want to, this timeline that I have, I've had this for a while, actually. This was published from the dailyherald.com, and this is from July of this year. And I think it's a timeline just up to that point, wherever they were at that point. So I just want to start. It's a mix of his career and his crimes. So it's just like, starts off by saying that the R&B singer, long trailed by lurid rumors, has been charged with aggravated sexual abuse involving multiple victims dating back 2 decades, a timeline. So January 8th, they start with his birth. January 8th, 1967, that's when I guess they're going to do some type of party or rally. So, hey. But, and it goes into that. And then 1975, age 8, he begins singing in church. They go on to 1979, age 12, says he experienced a lot of things at a very young age that I don't know if I was supposed to, he says, including witnessing older youth rape one of his girlfriends, says at the age of 12.
Wait, I'm sorry. Please say that again.
1979. At age 12, Kelly said he, quote, experienced a lot of things at a very young age that I don't know if I was supposed to, end quote. And it says, including witnessing older youth rape one of his girlfriends.
Wow.
Age 12. 1984. At age 17, his music teacher places him in a local talent show to perform a version of A Ribbon in the Sky, a Stevie Wonder song. That night, it was like a Spider-Man being bit. This is in quotes. That night, it was like a Spider-Man being bit. I discovered the power you get from being on stage, he told Newsweek in 1995. In the years to follow, he performs in Chicago subway stations full time with his Casio keyboard, often pretending he's blind to avoid arrest. And I think this is when Demetrius Smith was with him, from what I remember. I think.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So it goes on to 1984 when he was 17. His music teacher places. Oh no, I'm repeating. I've skipped actually 1983 when he was 16. His mother moves the family from the projects and enrolls her son at the prestigious Kenwood Academy, a Chicago public school, and that's where he meets his mentor Lena McLin, who chairs Kenwood's music faculty. It says, she was my second mother. She made me feel I could do anything, he told People in 1994. Yeah, we talked about Lena before. I feel like she's another one of those women who have information that needs to be. I mean, I don't know if the feds or anyone has spoken to her, but we haven't heard anything public.
She was in the documentary in the Surviving.
Oh, that's right. What did she say? She was open about, but did she really say?
No, she
anything?
Didn't give a lot of, she didn't give too many details, but she did say that she told him many times that he should not be coming back to a school to hang out with kids whenever he's no longer of school age. Like, he shouldn't be there spending all his time with them. And she said she told him that many times, and he needed to keep himself away from the young girls.
Okay. I see.
Kind of along those same lines, real quick. So we had a conversation, the three of us did earlier, and I was talking about Carolina's chat that she did, the slumber party, and they were talking about ages, like women dating older men, yada yada. And I told you guys about someone that had an example of them dating 13, dating a 70-something-year-old person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was another person that called in, and Carolina let her talk for a little bit. She's like, "Well, do you want to tell the people who you are?" And she had the Kelly sisters on in the chat as well. And apparently, it's someone on that side of the family. If they are his real sisters, I guess it would be like an aunt or something along those lines. And she was talking about how her or their grandfather dated or was married to someone that was 12 years old. It was a ridiculous age. It was like their grandfather was 30-something or something along those lines, and married a 11 or 12-year-old. I need to go back and pull the exact quote, but it was something ridiculous like that. And so she gives those examples, and then she comes out and says that she is related to the Kelly sisters, and she would be Robert's aunt, something along those lines. So if that's true, then that would have been someone in his family that did that married someone that was 11 or 12 when they were a grown-ass man.
And where are the Kelly sisters from again? Are they also in Chicago?
I don't have any idea where they're from.
No, I don't think so. I think they're from Detroit or Virginia or something like that. And that was another thing that was weird about their relation to him, was that it's like, how do you even know? Like, what? It was a completely different. It's a completely different state. So they're kind of riding this, Papa was a Rolling Stone thing. Maybe they had the same father, and his name just happened to be Kelly. It's also
right.
He's in their state. It's like, shut the fuck up. This is stupid. I don't care.
Well, I wouldn't really give a fuck as much if they didn't have, as family members, the ability to do more than any average person would for him. Like, I just don't feel he should be getting any type of privileges of getting help from people who aren't even authentically able to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he's still pulling a sham, pulling some bullshit. I don't know. That's just what I see. So T has said something that has the whole chat all up in T's thing. So I want to understand what's happening.
All up in T's tea.
All up in T's tea. So what's going on? What I see now is she's saying all the teachers, coaches, high school should be liable. They're supposed to protect the children and not let pedophiles in, and definitely they did. Okay, wow. Definitely, they should definitely also be questioned, investigated, or whatever needs to be done to get all the information. We need to get everything out the drawers. We need all the, it's like you're moving. You want to get everything out and put it out on the table. We're sorting through. Is this valid? Is this not? Is this real? Is this not? Is this, and we're going to have a bag full of shit by the time we finish, or even suitcases with the schools and everybody else who were probably involved. That's crazy how these people have stories that aren't even related to the case. Well, I think she did say her friend is cooperating, if I saw that right earlier.
Yeah, she did say that.
Okay. Tahira said go up in the chat. Okay, because I do get, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, man, they were talking about some real shit in the chat and I missed the whole thing. Okay, so Peter saying Hallie is a get around girl. Yeah, I mean, I guess she's just doing what she knows how to do. Grown man, friends from Chicago. Okay. Team Truth in the house. Okay, going down. Jody, and let's be clear, if the parents took a payout, that does not make Kelly innocent. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, T says, I knew her since I was in 1st grade and she was in 2nd grade. Okay, so this is a long time friendship. I knew, okay, hold on. I can tell you she was most likely 12 when it started, if not sooner. She's supposed to be cooperating with the investigation this time. Okay, so this is not the main star witness that we all know of, is it? I mean, it doesn't sound like it is, but oh my gosh. Because, from what I understand also, Miss Landfair, that group she was in, I can't think of the name of them. When they he sent them overseas so she couldn't be participating in the trial and all that. Supposedly one of the other young ladies, the teenager, another child, was also involved with them. Maybe, I don't know if she's on tape or not, but they're the same. She's the same age as Roshana, but I guess Roshana stayed for the long haul as the goddaughter because the parents signed off on it. I mean, they basically just sold her off. And the other young lady, though, I'm very curious to know what what's up with her. Where's she at? Is she talking? Is she helping? Is she okay? Like, what's up?
Right.
Oh, gosh. So much.
Checking.
Yeah, T, we're praying for her, praying for everybody involved, honestly. What else does she say? She's supposed to be... Oh, yeah, we do pray that she is. Well, thank you for...
Karen, you're out of here.
Oh, okay. T is saying okay, I read that part about the teachers and the coaches. Julian. Oh, wait. Whoa. Hold up. Let me go back up. Oh, she said this is the victim from the tape. Wait, so we're talking about her. Okay, wait. Hold up now. She was in junior high in the tape at 14. Okay. Hold on. Let me just... This is the victim from the tape. Yes, RL. And then she's saying no to something. She was the youngest.
She might have been saying no to
the other girl.
Okay. Yeah.
She's fine, married, and beautiful. Oh, wait, she's married? RL was the main focus. Oh, wait, the co-singer, the co-artist is fine and married and beautiful, or Landfair? I'm all confused. Okay, so it sounds like... Okay, so her older cousin. Oh, that was her older cousin in the group. Okay. So her older cousin was in the group with her. What was the group name again? Nia, do you don't remember? Or you guys don't remember?
I'm trying to think what it is.
Like Girls Time or something?
No, it wasn't Girls Time. I think that was like Beyonce's first group. Don't be sweeping her into this now.
love Beyonce.
Information.
Whatever it is.
Karen is asking any updates on Azriel. Not that I know of.
I don't know who Karen is, so we're just gonna keep saying Azriel is safe.
Well, why are you reading? What's up with Karen? Is there a problem? Keep R. Kelly down and saying Azriel is safe and sound. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. She's safe and sound. That's the word we've gotten from the source, from Mr. Clary himself, and Larry and Doctor. Okay, so I don't know where T said it started as YWFC. Do we know what that is? YWFC. It started as, that was the group name initially. I'm thinking. Oh, for the cause, Tahira said. Okay, so there's a whole video about this whole thing, and it's so good on YouTube. She said then it changed to for the cause. Okay. Keep it on, girl. Young warriors for the cause.
We're gonna be very careful in what we say, because
we're just reading from the chat. We're reading from the chat. That's all we're doing.
And they're popping in, asking random questions, trying to get a bite. So
who?
What I'm gonna say, people.
Just remember, keep her color down. Just remember, if Azriel was out in public, wouldn't she be found by now? Okay, keep her color down. Azriel played it smart. Ty, yes, I saw it. Azriel's not home yet, but she's safe. Okay. Tahira, yes, T, a lot of untruths in these YouTube videos. Okay. Break it down. Yeah, we already know. I think a lot of the stuff was coming from. Karen, great. I'm happy she's safe. Okay. She will not be returning to Trump Towers from Keep R. Kelly down. Doctor saying, is this the girl from Oak Park with rich parents?
I don't know if we want to put too much out here at the moment, just for safety.
I'm reading from the chat, Nia. I'm reading from the chat.
No, I know that, but I'm kind of responding to grown man there, like.
Oh, okay. Well,
just kind of
he's a grown man. He's a grown man.
He's a Dr. Grown Man.
Sam, the R. Kelly fiends. Oh, R. Kelly maggots. Are we being strung along? Is that what what's happening? Wayne is saying, we as Goddess Warriors the Same Truth appreciate your likes. Okay, thank you for your likes and your subscribes. All 82 people in the building. 10 of you are in the bushes, but we appreciate you nonetheless. T says yes. T is saying yes, Oak Park, parents not rich. Okay. Ty saying, was his music teacher involved with him getting girls? Tahira's saying, T, get with grown man show. Why are you telling her to get with him when she's here with me right now, Tahira? Come on now, babes. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Listen, you can call in and we can talk, or you can keep chatting right here. It's cool with me. Go ahead and let us know.
Or maybe take some of it private too. Maybe take some of it to the DMs or something.
Maybe or maybe not. This is the now. See, this is what's called telling the truth. I'm not, you can't, when somebody's coming with something, I don't understand what's going on, if there's fear or what, but I'm not about that. I'm like, spit it out. What you got to say? This is you talking, not me. I'm just reading what's in the chat, and it's going to be in the chat after the fact also. It's record, so.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, like, if she, because earlier she was saying that she didn't want to, like, make herself known, or to you could tell she was being cautious about saying too much. So I didn't know if she was comfortable, like, putting it out there in the chat for everyone to see, or if she felt more comfortable, like, taking it to a private inbox or something. Right.
Doctor says, I know who this is, and he said it's all good. Okay. Well, we're all ears here, and, like, this is a safe space, as I've told many people. I have had a few people call me and talk to me about their different situations, so just know that whatever you say to me privately, or one of my people, if you prefer to contact one of them, just know that we will hold your words safely and soundly unless and until you say otherwise. Of course, if you want to call in, it is anonymous as far as the public. So what else have we got? Stephen Summers, I don't know. Hi, Queen Diva. Hi, new to the chat, just trying to stay up to date with the news. I listen to your videos all the time. Thank you, Queen. Thanks for joining in. We're already 3 hours in at this point. I was reading a timeline, but then we had some nice, interesting tea come into the chat. So we kind of paused to read the story. But yeah, it would be interesting to get that, but I don't want to interfere with the case. Now that I think about it, we're talking about a star witness. We don't want to jeopardize anything. I did get caught up in that, like, for a second, like, what? But yeah, definitely make sure make sure that she, all this information, whatever needs to be said, it gets to the right people, somebody who can actually do something with it. But if this is about her, she's already with them, from what I understand. So, which makes me feel even more confident, though, that, this is one of those nails that we really are looking forward to seeing in that coffin.
Yeah, she said, I'm not putting anything else. Yeah, see.
Okay.
I told you where she's coming from. Plus, these videos will be watched by others, and next thing you know, they'll be breaking down what she said in the chat and making videos about it and everything else. I would definitely be cautious for sure.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about what other people are going to do with it, honestly, because they're full of shit anyway. But I feel you. I feel you.
Attacked.
Yeah, but I
How they roll.
I keep putting the underscore on this thing. Oh, wait, you're God is Stone 3. Okay, I don't need the underscore.
T's like, I just wanted people to know that this issue is real. He is guilty. And yes, thank you for giving us that little bit of extra cushion on that that bed that he's laying in. He needs it. It's a bed that he's going to be laying in for a good long time. And shout out to you, though, for, hopefully you guys are still friends and you're still holding her down and you're being supportive with her and all of that. I would think that this is also affecting the people around her, especially not just her parents, but people who's actually in her life. So, hopefully that is your MO. And shout out to you if so. Because we all need friends, we all need support and love, and that's what I'm hoping this platform will be solidified with. Once this is all said and done, I want to keep, doing different things in this area. So the main thing to know, though, is that you can't be caught up in it. Like, it's really hard to say this because people get upset, but when you're dealing with a situation in real life, that situation has already been worked out in the spirit realm. Like, that comes from, it's created by thought, emotion, vibes, like what all that energy you pull out at some point manifests into a situation. So just to say, try to keep fear out of your, try to think positively and lead with love and positivity and not the fear and all that stuff. You got to find a way to wash that out. Wash it out and let it come out in the rinse as a positive, sunny thing. Okay. So I think we should, it's going on 3 hours. I think we should probably run this down. Does anyone want to call in? The line is open at this point. We can just hang out for a few if you don't mind, you guys, if there's anybody that wants to call in. Do we need to put the number in again? Maybe I should put up the number on the screen.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
She disappeared again. I had contact with cousins, but when the series came out on social media, she disappeared immediately. Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if she's working with certain people, they probably want her. She's probably where she's safe and sound somewhere, hopefully.
Hey, do you know Dana J then?
Grown man, yep, but y'all hold me down. Okay. So I don't know if you guys see that on numbers on the screen, if it's there yet. Okay. So the line is currently open if anyone wants to call in. Just making sure okay.
Dana J. T.
She's like, who?
He has a baby by her.
Oh.
So Mocha's like, forget all that. Let me get this other tea.
Since we're debunking, yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Interesting. She said no. Does she have any children, T? Does she have any children? Do we know that? I've not heard of her having any children.
Well, besides the one with Dana.
Well, yeah, the imaginary child. I don't see her as messing with it. Come on, Dana J. He is a mess.
Who is messing asking what the Tina J is the question.
Yeah, PETA 40, the Fed should have her in protection. That's what's my sentiment. Funny how they're all of a sudden concerned about Azriel's whereabouts. Well, you know, they're mad at Azriel, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, T said no children. Okay. All right.
No children that you know of, or you know for sure that she doesn't have any at all?
Lola says, yes, God is the spirit realm. That's where the real shit is. Absolutely. If you have any coach, a life coach or any type of coach that's not hitting you with the spirit realm, the energy of the situation, then you need to get you an additional coach or just a whole new coach. I'm just saying. And I do coach, so hit me up. I'm taking all y'all's clients. Trying to get out of that 9 to 5. Let me do this full time. I work for y'all 24/7.
That's why Carolina's like, she kind of gets under your skin so much.
Why? Because she doing her job wrong? Keep R. Kelly down. If R. Kelly was innocent, why are they concerned? Oh, you already said that. Why? Remember, they kept saying Azriel was there on her free will. Well, now they're saying she was a mole, right? So they're concerned because they feel like, okay, we got Doctor calling in. Let's grab this call.
Doctor. God.
You're live with Goddess Dawn and the co-warriors here. What's happening, Doctor?
What up? What's going on?
Hey.
Yo.
What's going on?
Oh, Diva's in the chat.
Been a long.
I know. I see it.
I didn't see her before. Hey, girl. What's up, Doctor?
Yeah, been a long.
Doctor, are you on restriction? Does the other doctor have you on restriction?
Yes. Yes. Currently on restrictions. Yes, but
Yes.
she know I can't stop right now. She know. So.
You want to speak on your situation today, just for anybody that missed it?
I missed it. I missed everything from like a few days ago up to this point. I mean, I'm out of the loop, but I know that Dr. Grown Man Show has been out there on the battlefield and getting pissed on, but still going strong. So tell us what's up. What's going on?
Well, a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, my son, he walked into the room. He's special needs. Like, he done about had it to hell with this. Me being on TV all the time, he want my attention. It's basketball season. So, he walked in the room. They synced him.
Higher live. Can you
You know,
hold?
so, the girl that's always coming
Okay,
to
hold on
come
one
and
second.
saying that she's Hollywood's next cousin. You know, she talked to Angelo, she talked to me. You know, we kind of smoothed it over. Angelo agreed to not, he just told me, I'm not responding back to her. That's what she's trying to bait me to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. So I guess after 4 or 5 days of making videos about Angelo, and he didn't say not one word, they went in my comments. And I don't know if it was Nia or Naomi or somebody that sent me the comments. They was like, yeah, we want to sleep with your special needs son.
What?
And then they put others. Yes. And then they put others.
And it was said in a way that was very crass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. I called you, Girl Man, but Nia sent it to me, and we were talking about it, trying to get a hold of you to get it to you because we were. I mean, honestly, we were terrified
We're
of.
panicking. Like, do we delete it? Do we send it? Do we
Yeah.
tell him not to go with the shot? He's going to flip out. What are we going to do?
All right, y'all.
We know how
Listen.
we would have reacted,
Listen, y'all.
We know how we would have reacted. We would have seen that, like, for our child or something. Like, if I
Listen.
seen something like, I would have had a heart attack.
I'm breaking in on this because this is right here is disgusting. This is the first. I don't know if that I knew this. I knew some stuff was going on, but I want to say that I have like 2 people on hold, so I want to kind of get this out. If you guys can just let's let these people say their piece real quick. Let me see what's up.
Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Okay. Who do we have here?
Who do we have here? These nuts.
These nuts. Is that right?
Hang the fuck up.
That's right.
Okay. So where are you at in Chicago? Oh, he hung up. Okay.
Oh, that was.
Take care of him.
Yeah. Wait. I have another one. Let me see if I can unhold and put this person. Hold on.
For DJ.
Hold on. Can who we have on the line?